Morning, ladies and gentlemen, people online and around the world. Welcome back to Manor Park Classics. Today we have the bike auction, and tomorrow we have a car auction as well. But today we're concentrating on the bikes. As the Northwest's only fixed venue for classic cars and motorcycles, this allows us to have extending viewing periods, which is also going on today. So we do have people viewing the cars for tomorrow. It also gives us a great chance to picture, video, and get your cars shown to the public, running and riding. Just gives us a great chance to promote your vehicles. The earlier you get them to us as well, the better. So without that, 1 week's free collection as well. So we offer 1 week storage here. After that, we charge £10 per vehicle per day. Please treat all lots as if they were your own, so no standing or leaning on any of the cars around. I know it can get quite busy, but these do belong to other people, and they may swap hands during the course of the sale. For today's fire safety, we don't have any drills or anything planned for today, so if there is a fire alarm, if you could leave by the green signs or through the exit and out to the front, we will assemble out there and we'll make sure everyone's accounted for. Today's facilities, we have a food facilities out in the front. We also have toilets down through the mini corridor, down through there onto your right-hand side. So if you do need to find the facilities today, they are down there. Also, to be aware, we are filming today, so there is a camera that runs around. So just please be aware of that camera running around, and if you don't want to be on the screens, just make sure you sort of hide yourself away from it. It's quite obvious where it's to. Terms and conditions, this auction is subject to our terms and conditions. Be aware when buying, so online you can check them. You have to agree to them when you register. If you're in the room today and you wish to bid and you don't have a paddle, terms and conditions can be found at the front, and we can also get you registered there. Bikes today at 15% plus VAT, subject to a minimum of £300 plus VAT minimum charge there. Provisional bids, we offer on the provisional bidding system today here at Manor Park. So if the items are not sold and hammered away on the day, we will say they are provisional. We will go over to the provisional desk. They will have a word with the vendor, and we will try and get the sale through for you. So at Manor Park, when your car or vehicle or your bike arrives here, we are on sale from the word go. The minute it goes online, people can buy it before the auction, during the auction, after the auction. So it's always on sale when it's at Manor Park. So just be aware of that. Removals, like I said earlier, removals, we offer you 1 week's free storage, and then it's £10 per lot per day thereafter. Today we have several partners in today's sale. We've got KTL Car Storage. We've got Fast and Funded. You might see Kurt walking around somewhere. He is part of the Fast and Funded team, so if you're looking to get funding for a vehicle, then please do go and speak to Kurt, because he was great help and he will help you out as much as possible. We also have Kingfisher as well for insurance needs. So we've got the Kingfisher Insurance Group, Moving Motorcycles, and also Barry Elding's Car Transport. Great guy Barry is. If you got any cars you want moving around, give him a call after the sale and we will be able to arrange that for you. Without further ado then, ladies and gentlemen, I think we should move on to lot number one today, the 1950s Dot Scrambler 197 there on your screens. Look at that, beautiful Dot Scrambler, and we're in at no reserve today, so I'm going to start the bidding off with me at 203 bid. At 300 we're bid. Take 4 next. At 300's bid now on the Dot Scrambler here. At 300, 300, would anyone like to come in for 4? 400 down the front, 500 with my commission bidder. Can I go 6, sir? 600, I'm out, you're in at 600 down front then, seated now at £600 with the seated bidder down here at £600. Would anyone like to go again? At 600, 600 we're bid. It's gonna sell today, so make no mistake on this one. It's here to be sold at £600. We'll take 50s if it helps you out then. At 600, 600, gentleman's bid, seated at the front. Would anyone like to come in for another 50 now? At 600, 650 left-handed, 700, 700 seated again. At 700, 700, would you like to go one more 50? At 700, 700 down front. All finished and done then. Last chance. Fair warning, we sell the first lot today at 700 once, twice. Finished and done. Your bid, sir, at 700, 635. Thank you. 635. Sold away, £700. Moving down the list we go. This time we go to lot number 2. Lot number 2. It's the 1993 Ducati. We've got some lovely Ducatis in today's sale. This is one of them, the 1993 Ducati 900 SS there. Showed about 30,000 miles on the clock, 6-speed manual on this one, UK full V5 as well. Starting off, several commission bids with me. You're in at 1,000, gonna go 11, 12, 13, 1,400 we start. At 1,400 with my commission interest now. On the Ducati here at £1,400. 1,500, 1,600 back to me. At 1,600, 1,600. At 1,600, would you like to go 17 now online? At 1,600, 1,600. Or anyone else like to come in for another £100? At 1,600, 1,600. At 16 and 17's bid. Back in online at 17, 18 with my commission bid now at £1,800. At 1,800, 1,800. Here on the book with me then. At £1,800, you coming back in for 19. At 1,800. Are we finished and done? Last chance in fair warning this time then. With my commission interest now at 1,800. All finished, all done. Goes once, goes twice. Finished and done then at £1,800. That is provisional there at £1,800. That is a provisional bid. And to the bidder number 3022, who left the highest bid there of 1,800. That is yours provisionally. Moving down we go. Lot number 3 is 1975 Honda GL1000, the gold wing here then. Nice looking gold wing, this one. It's a 1000cc flat 4 on this one, unmolested example. Looks great indeed. Original toolkit as well. I'm going to go straight in 1,500, 1,600, 1,700 with my commission interest now at 1,700. At 1,700, 1,700 here on the gold wing. At £1,700, commission bidder now. At 1,700, coming in, 18. 18's bid, my commission interest is out. At £1,800 with the online bid now. It's with you online at £1,800. At 1,800, 1,800. At £1,800 is the bid now at 18. Would you like to come in for one more online? At 1,800, are we finished and done here? There's a few of you thinking about it. I'll tell you what, we'll take the 50s. We shouldn't need to, but we will. At 1,800, 50 if you're coming in now. At 1,800, 1,800, are we finished and done then? Last chance in fair warning online. At 1,800, 1,800, once. At 1,800, 1,800, twice. Finished and done then with the online bidder at £1,800. That's provisionally with you online at 1,800 to 221. There we go. Right then, moving down the list we go. Lot number 4 this time. Lot number 4, 1980s Honda. It's the C70, no reserve there. 72 cc on this one as well. 3-speed, semi-automatic, near completion of restoration, so not much work left to go on it. You're in at 3, I'm in at 4 and £500. At 500 we start. At 500, 500, 500 is the bid now with me here. At £500. At 500, 500, would anyone else like to come in for 6 now? No reserve to be sold today. 600, stood at the front. My commission interest is out now. Your bid at £600. At 600, 600, would anyone else like to come in for 7? I'll tell you what, we'll take 50s. At £600, got to be fair to the gentleman. Would anyone else like to come in? At 600, 650 just behind you, sir. At 650's bid. At 650, 650, 7 bid. At £700 now. Would you like to go 50 again? 750, thank you. At £750 we're bid. 800. Take 50, shakes the head. £800 right-handed now. At £800 we're bid. Anyone else like to come in for one more 50? It's gonna sell today, so make no mistake. We'll put the hammer up now at £800. 850's back in. 850, shakes the head, walking away with you, sir. At £850 we're bid. Anyone online or anyone else in the room like to come in for one more? At £850 left-handed once. Twice. Selling. £850. Your bid, sir. 850 to paddle 57. Thank you. Moving down the list we go. Lot number 5. Lot number 5 is this 1979. It's a Laverda Jota UK supplied bike there. 981cc. Fastest production bike of his era. Look at that there. Gleaming away under the light. Looks great in his orange. And get straight in with my commission interest at 6, 6.5, £7,000 we start. At 7,000, 7,000, 7,000, coming in for the 5. At £7,000 is the bid now at 7,000. At 7,000, 7,005. At 7,500 with you in Australia. Welcome to Manor Park Classics. It's your bid now at 7,005. 8,000 back to me. At 8,000, 8,000, 8,000. At £8,000 is the bid now at 8,000. Would you like to go 5 again? 8 fives back in. United Kingdom bidder this time. It's with you at 8,500. My interest is out. It's all online here. And £9,000. At 9,000, 9,005. Australia's back in now at £9,500 we're bid. 10. 10's bid. At 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. Online, would you like to go again? At £10,000 is the bid at the minute. At 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. I'll tell you what, we'll take the 250s. Coming in for the quarter bid. At £10,000. Online bid here. At 10,000, 10,000. You're thinking about it now online. Would you like to go again? Yes or no? At £10,000. Are we finished and done? It's your last chance. And fair warning then, the online bid is here at 10,000 once, 10,000 twice, finishing done then with the online bid then this time at £10,000. That's provisionally with you online, 4812 at £10,000. Moving down to lot number 6, 1974. Is this lovely Honda CR750 there, the race Evocation, can't even get my words out, easy for you to say as they say, straight in at 5, 6 and £7,000 we start. At £7,000. Honda CR750 here at £7,000. At 7,000, 7,000 we start, coming in for the 5. At 7,000, 7,000, 7,000, are we finished and done then here? Maiden bid with me on the book at £7,000. Take 5 if you wish to go again. At 7,000, 7,000, 5. 7,5 is bid with the online bid. At £7,500. Take 7,750 if it helps you out. At 7,5. At 7,000, 7,500 is bid. Are we finished and done then with the bid online here? At 7,500, would you like to go again online bidder? At 7,005. Once. At 7,005. Twice. Finished and done then, online bid here at £7,500. That's your bid in your favor online there, 1046, 1046. That's in your favor there at £7,500. Moving down the list, we go to lot number 7 this time. Lot number 7 here, 2007 in a year, Suzuki GSXR750, the Bandit. Look at this one. It's got an MOT on it as well. It's MOT to September next year. Nice MOT on this one. It's 2 service stamps in the book as well, 434 miles and 1,000 miles is where those service stamps are to. Where are we up to with this one then? Start me off. £1,000 is my bid. 11 and 1,200 we start with you online. At £1,200 is your bid. At 1,200, 1,200 at the minute. At £1,200 and 13's bid. At 1,300, welcome in Northamptonshire. It's with you now at £1,300. At 1,300, 1,300. Would you like to go 14? At just 1,300, 14's bid. 1,500 straight back in. At 1,500, 1,500. Would you like to go 16 now under bidder? At 15 and 16, thanking you. At £1,600 is your bid online now at £1,600. At 1,600, 1,600, would you like to go 17? 17 you do, thank you again Northampton, you're back in now. At £1,700 is the bid with you. At 1,700, 1,700, would you like to go again under bidder? At 1,700, would anyone else like to have a bid here? At £1,700, are we finished and done? 18's bid, new bidder entirely. Welcome, West Yorkshire, with you now at £1,800. At 1,800, 1,800. At £1,800 is the bid now at 18, thinking about it, 19, thank you online, you're back in. At 1,900. At £1,900 with the online bid here at £1,900. Great looking bike. 2,000, one more. At 1,900, are we finished here? Are we done? Online, would you like to go again? 2 you do. And 2-1 is that? 2-1, thank you online. At 2,001, new bidder again. At 2,100 is with you at the minute. At 2-1 is the bid. At 2,000, 2,100, are we finished and done then online? Would you like to go 2-2? There's a few of you thinking about it. At £2,100 is the bid. All finished and done then, we'll count you down online at £2,100. It's gonna go once at £2,100. Twice, last chance. Fair warning then, online bid at £2,100. That is your bid online, 11040 at £2,100. That is a provisional bid. We will get in touch. We're nearly there, so I'm sure we'll get that one over the line, 11040. Moving down the list we go to lot number 8, 1992 Honda CBR900 Fireblade. And over to you, Steve.
Well, Tom, if we talk about classic bikes, then to a lot of people, that's probably best embodied by a bike like the BSA Rocket Gold Star we have over there, the Norton Commando, or perhaps even the RD500 LC. But here is the definitive modern classic motorcycle, the Honda Fireblade, a real game changer. People say that, they don't mean it, they don't really understand what it's about. This bike changed the game. 5 pounds heavier than a CBR 600, 75 pounds lighter than an FZR 1000 Yamaha. That's what it was all about with the Blade, power to weight, and it changed the game. Now, you'll see bikes like this that have been modified and they've had a hard life. You'll see bikes like this that are standard and they've had a hard life. What you won't see is a bike that's done 26,300 miles like this one, is completely standard as it left the Honda factory and is in almost unbelievably good condition. Whoever had this bike, buy it, they didn't half look after it. It's attracted a ton of attention because to find one completely standard in this condition is really rare. And that's why there's going to be a lot of interest in this classic bike, the Honda CBR 900 RR. Don't forget all the R's, Tom, the Fireblade.
RR indeed. And since you've been talking there, Steve, it started off at about £100 and it's already online. It's gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 700, 800, 900, £1,000 is bid. Then my interest comes in at 1,200, 1,400, 1,600, 1,800, 2,000, 2002, 2004, £2,600 is where we start. Lots and lots of interest on this bike. At 2.8 and 3,000's my bid. At £3,000, 3.2. At 3,002, I'm gonna have to go 3.4, 3.6 with me. At 3,006, go 3.8 online. I'm out now, you're in. At 3,800 with your bid in Northamptonshire now. At 3,008, it's gonna sell today. At 3,000, 3,800 is the bid here at 3,008. Would you like to go 4? 4 you do. Online in Devon is with you now at £4,000. At 4,000. At 4,000, 4,000. We'll go in hundreds if it helps you out. We'll sell to the nearest hundred on this bike at £4,000. Go 1 if you're coming in. At 4,000, 4,000 is the bid now online in Devon at £4,000. At 4,000, 4,000, 4,000. Would anyone like one more? For 1 you do. Lancashire bidder, you're in now at 4,001. At 4,1 is the bid. On the Fireblade here at 4,001. Coming in 2. At 4,000, 4,100 is the bid. We'll put the hammer up online. If you're going to bid, now's your chance. 4.2, thanking you. 4.3? 4.3, gentleman's bid. 4,300, we're here in Runcorn at £4,300. Gentleman's bid. At 4.3, online, looking for you now, or anyone else in the room want to come in for another bid. At 4,003, are we finishing done? 4.4 if you're coming back in. 4.4, thank you online. 4.5, at 4,005, thank you for your fast bid, sir. At 4,500 is your bid now. At 4,005, at 4,000, 4,500, our hammer's up then for the first time on this one. At 4,005 and 4.6 is bid. 4.7. 4.7's back in. Gentleman's bid at £4,700. Coming in for 4.8 online. We look for you now. At 4,007 then. Hammer's up this time at £4,700. 4.8. 4.9. Thank you again. At 4,009. Coming in for the 5 online. At 4,900. At 4.9 is the bid. Are we finishing done then? At £4,900 is your last chance in fair warning. We're going to sell once at £4,900. Twice, finishing done then. Gentleman's bid, £5,000. 5.1 straight back in. At 5,001, would you like to go 2? At 5,000, 5,100 is the bid. Are we finished and done then? Last chance and fair warning. We're going to sell this time at 5,100 once, 5,100 twice, 5,200. I'm trying, sir. 5,002. Would you like to go again? 5,300. Gentleman's back in at 5,300. Thank you for your bid. At 5,003. Online, make it nice and quick if you're coming back in. At 5,300. At 5,000, 5,300 once. At 5,300 twice. And it sells this time then at £5,300. Your bid, sir. Is that 158? 158. Thank you very much. Moving down the list we go. Lot number 9's up next. Lot number 9 is the 1970s. It's the BSA D14 over 4 Bantam there. Lovely looking bike this one is. It's got the matching numbers. Lightweight classic, 172cc, part of a small private collection. Looks well looked after, this one then. Let's get the bidding going. Start me off. Who's got £500 to start? Just £500 to start me off today. Coming in, 5's bid, gentleman's bid. At £500, we are bid now. At 500, 500, 500. Would anyone like 6? At £500 is the bid. 6 is in online. 7 just behind you, sir. Would you like 8? At 700 with you, sir. At £700. Would anyone else like to come in for 8 now? 8 they do online. At £800 with you in Wales. At 800. We'll take 9 next if we can. At £800 is the bid here. At £800 with you online. At £800, would anyone else like to come in for 9? At 800, 800, 800. It's your bid here online at £800. Are we finished and done? I'll tell you what, we'll take the 50s now. 850 if you wish to go again. 850, 9. 900's bid. Coming in for the 50, one more. At £900 is your bid at the minute online. At 900, 900, 900, are we finished and done? Would anyone else like to go in for another 50? At 9's bid. At 900, 900, all finished and done then. Last chance and fair warning. We'll count you down online. At £900 once. At £900 twice. All finished, all done with the online bid at £900. That is yours provisionally online at 900, 18656. Moving down the list, we go to lot number 10. Is this motorcycle trailer then? It's the custom-built motorcycle trailer. If you're buying a couple of bikes in this sale and you wish to push it on, you wish to get to them home, look at this here. Lovely, lovely looking trailer. You're in straight away. 600, 700, I'm in at 800, 900, £1,000 is bid. 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm going to have to go 15 here. 16's my bid. Would any of you like to go 17? 17, 18, one more. 19, I'm out. You're in at £1,900. Gentleman's bid. At 1,900. At 1,900, 1,900. It's in the market. It's going to go today. At £1,900. Would anyone else like to come in for 2,000? At 1,900, 1,900. At 1,900, are we finished and done then? Last chance in fair warning. If you're coming in now online, is your chance. 2's bid. 2,000. We'll stay in the hundreds if it helps. At £2,000 is the bid now at 2,000. With you in West Yorkshire now at £2,000. At 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. Are we finished? Are we done? Would you like to go again? At £2,000, the last chance in fair warning this time then. The hammer's up then at £2,000. We're going to sell online. Are you sure? At 2,000 once, 2,000 twice. Selling this time online at £2,000. Sold with you online at 2,000, 17344. Moving down to lot number 11. Lot number 11 is this lovely 2024. It's the Yamaha Neos pre-registered new bike there. Look at that one. Lovely looking bike, lovely colouring on this one. Start me off on it. Let's get it gone today. Who's got £1,000 to start? 2024 in a year. £1,000 to start. Lovely looking scooter. Start me off then at just £500. Won't go any lower on this one. £500 if you wish to start me off today. 5's bid. At £500. Gentleman's bid now at 5. 600's in online. 7. 7's bid. At £700 is the bid now at 7. At 700, 700, 700. Would you like to go 8? At £700. 2024 in a year. Yamaha Neos there. 8 bid. 9 further back. 1,000. 1,000's bid. 11. 11. Would you like 12? 12. 1,200's bid. Shakes the head behind. Your bid still at £1,200. At 1,200, 1,200, 1,200. Are we finished and done? Would you like to go 13? It's your last chance in fair warning this time. We will submit the bid at 1,200 once. 1,200 twice. Finished and done then with you left-handed at £1,200. Your bid, sir, at 1,264. Thank you. Moving on down, we go to lot number 12 this time. Another one of the Ducatis in today's sale, and it's a 2001. It's the ST4s there. Great looking Italian sports bike, tourer. Start me off on this one. MOT till April 2026 as well. Full color coded luggage. And let's start the bidding off. Who's got £1,000 to start? £1,000 to start. Anyone interested at £1,000? Get it gone today. Coming in for 1,000, surely. £1,000. Thank you, online. £1,000 is bid. With the online bid here at £1,000. At 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. At £1,000 is the bid with you online. At £1,000, coming in 11. Are we finished and done with just the maiden bid here online? 11, didn't think so. 1,100, thank you, in Lancashire now. It's with you at £1,100. At 1,100, 1,100, 1,100. Would you like to go 12? At £1,100 is the bid online. At £1,100, we are bid. At 1,100, 1,100, 1,100. Are we finished and done then? Would you like to go 12? At 1,100, all finished, all done. Last chance in fair warning this time online at 1,100. Finished and done, £1,100. That is with you online provisionally at 1,100, 18842. Moving on down, we go to lot number 13. You don't see many of these. 2005 is the Buell XB9SX there, the Lightning City as well. And I love the like see-through sort of transparent fuel tank that's on this one. It looks great on the bike. And several people have left bids with me. Going to go straight in. 1,000, 12, 14, 1,600 we start. On the Buell at £1,600. At 1,600, 1,600. At £1,600 is the bid now at 16. Coming in for 18 if you wish to go again. 18 you do. 2,000's my bid. Say 2-2 next if we can. On the Buell at just £2,000 with my commission interest now. 2-2. At 2,002, my interest is out now. It's with you online at £2,200. I'll take 2-3 if anyone else wants to come in from this point. At 2,002. At 2,000, 2,200 is the bid here at 2,002. Coming in for 2-3 if you wish to go again. 2-3 you do. Thank you, Cambridgeshire. You're back in. At 2,003. At 2,000, 2,300 is the bid. At 2,000, 2,300 coming in for 2-4 if you wish to go again. Or anyone else in the room like to have a go on the Buell. At 2,003, all finished and done then. The last chance in fair warning is with you online at the minute at £2,300. At 2-3. At 2,000, 2,300, we'll count it down then online. It's going to go once. At 2,003. At 2,300 twice. All finished, all done then. This time with you online at £2,300. We'll make that call for you online at 2003 17197. Moving down, this time we go to lot number 14 then. Lot number 14, 1980, Honda CB650. Nice restored example. Looks great there in the black and gold. And we're going to start the bidding off 1,000, 12, £1,400 we start. At 1,400, 1,400. At £1,400 is the bid now at 14. Would anyone else like to come in for 16? 16 online. At 1,600, 1,600. At £1,600 with the online bid here. At £1,600 is with you at the minute online. At 1,600, 1,600. Would anyone else like to come in for 1,700? Would you like the small bike? At 1,600, 1,600. Are we finishing done then? At £1,600, take 17 now if you wish. Coming in for one more. At 1,600. 17's bid, 1700. At 1700, 1700, underbidder, would you like to go again? At £1,700 is the bid now at 17. At 1700, 1700, all finished and done this time then at £1,700 online. Your turn if you're coming back in. At 1700 at once. At 1700 twice, all finished, all done at £1,700. That's provisionally with you, 107 at £1,700. Moving down, lot number 15, 1961, 1980s DCM-Yamaha 500cc DCM special racing frame, this one. Cool looking bike, looks different indeed. A 540cc big bore kit on this one as well. It's had some conversion done to it. Brand new flat side carburettor as well. All of that there, starting away 1,000, 12, 14 bid at £1,400. At just £1,400 with my commission interest here. At 1,400, 1,400. At £1,400 is the bid now at 14. 16's bid. At 1,600, 1,600. I'm going to have to go 17 on the book with me. I'll take £1,700 with my commission bid. 18 if you're coming back in. At 1,700, 1,700. At 17, 18's bid. At 1,800, 1,800. I'm out now, you're in online. At £1,800. At 1,800, 1,800. Are we finished and done then? At £1,800, take 19 if you wish to go again. Have a good look at this bike. Seems little money to me. At just £1,800 is the bid. At 1,800, 1,800. Are we finished and done then? Would anyone else like to go 19? Last chance. Fair warning. We're finished and done then with the online bid here at £1,800 once. At £1,800 twice. Finished and done. £1,800. That's your bid online, 1,800, and that is to 1063, £1,800 provisional bid there with you online. And down we go to lot number 16, another beautiful Ducati in today's sale, 2009 in the year. It's the 848 Ducati middleweight superbike, and over to you, Steve.
Right up my Strasser is this one, Tom. The last of, can I say the real Ducatis? That'll offend some people, but it also happens to be true. It's got a steel trellis frame. It's got a V-twin engine, or an L-twin, whatever you want to call it, but it's the 8-valve one. It's got the single-sided swinging arm. We're calling it a middleweight bike because the V4s are about to happen, just about to happen. We think of Ducati now, we think of V4s, but once upon a time, they were all about that steel trellis frame, that V-twin engine, and as you say, a middleweight bike, but still 135 brake horsepower from that 8-valve motor, 170 mile an hour top speed. If you want to go touring, try something else. This is built for thrills, not for going down halfway across Europe. What a bike. I'll tell you what, Tom, for the amount of money that this bike's going to fetch today, that is an awful lot of real Ducati motorcycle.
Yes, and it's definitely a monstrous machine. Looking at it there, it looks great. Absolute beautiful bike this one is. Anyone got £4,000 to start me off on this one? Ducati here, £4,000 to start. How about £2,000 then? £2,000 to start me off. Nothing on my book on this one. Someone needs to start me off here. £2,000. I seen the gentleman's hand first, Will. If we can just flip that around. Room bidder was before you. Take your bid, sir, at £2,000. At 2,002's online. At 2,002. Say 2,4 next if you wish to go again. At £2,200, 2,4. 2,4 is bid. At 2,000, 2,004, 2 online bidders. 2,6. 2,6 is bid, gentleman's bid. At 2,006. At 2,000, 2,600 pounds with the gentleman here in the room at 2,6. 2,8. Lancashire bidder now at 2,800 pounds. At 2,000, 2,008. 3's bid. At £3,000 with the online bid still. At £3,000 is your bid. 3,2. 3,2's bid. It keeps climbing here at £3,200. Lancashire bidder now at 3,200. The bid is yours. At 3,2. At 3,000, 3,002. At 3,000, 3,200 is the bid. I'll tell you what, we'll go 3,3 if it helps you out online. 3,3 if you want to go again. We're here with the online bid at 3,002. At 3,000, 3,200, are we finished and done? 3,3. 3,3, 3,4? 3-4, gentleman's bid, not you online. Online's 3-5. At 3,005. At £3,500 with the online bid here. At 3,005, would you like to go 3-6? At 3-5 is bid. At 3,000, £3,500 with the online bidder here at 3,005. Anyone like to come in for one more? At 3,000, £3,500 is the bid online with you in Lancashire at the minute at 3,005. At 3,000, 3,005. Are we finished and done then? At £3,500. The bid is here then at 3,500 for the first time, then at 3.5. Online bidder. For the second time then at £3,500. We're finished and done. Last chance. Fair warning. Online bid has it 3.6 is that 3.6 bid. Local bidder now. 3.7 it moves on. At 3,007. At 3,000, £3,700 is the bid. At 3,007. At 3.7, 3.7, 3.7. At 3,700 is the bid. At 3,007. And on outright sell now at £3,700 is the bid. At 3,007, are we finished and done then? The hammer's up. We're going to sell today. It's in the market. It's gonna go. So make no mistake. At £3,700 once. At £3,700 twice. Last chance. Fair warning online. It's going to sell this time at £3,700. Sold at 3.7, 18842, 18842, £3,700 sold your way. Thank you very much, online bidder there. Moving down the list we go. Lot number 17 here is the 1972 Triumph T100R Daytona. Ladies and gentlemen, we're at Manor Park Classics. This is one that is already gone. It's what we do. Like I say to you, your bike or your car is on sale from the word it gets here. This one sold prior to the auction. Thank you to whoever purchased that. Thank you very much. There we go. Moving on to lot number 18 this time then is the 2006 Suzuki GN125. Another no reserve bike in today's sale. Lovely looking Suzuki there. Who's got £500 to start me off on this one? £500, no reserve bike here, surely. How about £250 to start me off then? Who wishes to start it off? £250 for a Suzuki GN125. Where is that? Thank you very much, sir. £250, your bid. At 250, 250, 250. At £250. We'll say 3 if anyone wants to come in on this one. We'll sell it to the nearest £50 note. 3's bid. £300 now with you online. At 3 bid. At 300, 300, 300. Would you like to go 50 again? The bid is here online at £300. Coming in for the 50. At 300, 300, 300. Are we finished and done? Would you like to go one more, sir? 25? I think we got 25 on there, haven't we? Yep, we'll take it. 325. Quarter bid. At 325, 325. 350 straight back in, though, online. At 350, 350. We'll stay in the 25s if it helps. At 350, 350, 375. Thank you, sir. Gentleman's bid at £375. Coming back in for the 4 online. At 375 and 4. 400 Derbyshire bidder now. At 400, 400, 400. Would anyone else like to come in for a 25? At 4's bid. At 400, 400, 400. The bid's here online. No reserve. It's going to be sold today. I'll take one more 25 if you wish to go again, but the hammer's up this time. At £400. Are we finished? Are we done? Last chance, fair warning. We're selling online once. We're selling online twice. And it goes at £400. 400, 7108. Thank you very much, online bidder, 7108. That is your bid. Moving down, we go to lots number 19's up next. 1994 in the year is this lovely Honda ST50 Dax then. Look at this one. Great looking bike, Honda Dax. I've got nothing on my book to open it up. So who's got just £2,000 to start me off today? Honda Dax there, 2,000 surely. Coming in. 2's bid. Thank you online. Starting it away at £2,000. At 2,000, 2,000 with the online bid here. Honda Dax at just £2,000 is the bid. At 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. Coming in for 2, 2, 2. Gentleman's bid at 2,002. At 2,000, 2,200 we're bid. At 2,200, would you like to go 2-4? At 2-2 is the bid now at 2,002. Are we finished and done then? Online, you coming in for one more. At 2002. 24 waving away at 2,400, I see you. At 2,004 up top. At 24 is bid. At 2,000, 2,400, would anyone like to go 26? At 2,400 is the bid now at 2,004. Are we finished and done at £2,400? I'll take 2.5 if it helps you out. It shouldn't need to at 2,004. 2.5? 2.5's bid. Gentleman's back in now at 2,005. At 2,000, 2,500, take 2.6 if you're coming back in up top. At 2,005. At 2,000, 2,500 is the bid now at 2,005. Are we finished and done then? Lovely little Dax here at just £2,500. 2.6 is back in, thank you again. At 2006, we shake the head down the front. It's up top now at 2006. At 2,000, 2006, would anyone else like to go to 7? Lovely bike it is at just £2,600. Are we finished and done? Last chance in fair warning this time then. We will submit the bid at 2,600 once, twice. Finished and done at 2,600. Your bid, sir, at 2006, 153. Thank you. That is a provisional bid at 2,600, and we'll get back in touch. When we say about the provisional bids, ladies and gentlemen, here's 2 of them that have already come in. The sales team worked very hard here at Manor Park Classics. Lot number 2, Ducati 900, sold away at 1,900. Lot 11, 2024 is the Yamaha Neos, sold away at £1,200. Thanking you to all the hard work there that's gone into that one. Those bikes are now sold. Moving down, we go to lot number 20, 1974 Kawasaki is the H2B Mach IV. Truly stunning example of bike. Looks great there in the green-green combination. Anyone got me 10,000 to start on this one? £10,000 to start. Lovely Kawasaki. Anyone interested in starting me off at £10,000? How about £8,000 to go then? 8,000 to start. Thank you online. Devon, you're in. At £8,000. I did have some commission interest, but I'm out already at 8,005. At 8,005, Northampton's in. At 8,005, would anyone like to go 9? At 8,000, 8,005 is the bid. At 8,000, 8,500, if you're coming back in for 9, now's your chance. At 8,005, 9's bid. Thanking you online at £9,000 and 5, 9.5. Fast bidding there online. That's what we like to see at 9,005. At 9,000, £9,500 is your bid at the minute. It's with you in Northamptonshire at £9,500. At 9.5. At 9,000, 9,500 is the bid. Would anyone else like to come in for 10? At 9,005. 10's bid, thanking you. Devon's back in now at 10 and 10.5 straight back to Northampton. At 10.5. At 10,005. Would you like to go 11 now? Devon, it's your turn. Coming in again. At 11,005. I'll tell you what, we'll go in the quarters now then. Would you like 10,750? At 10,005. At 10,000, 10,500 is the bid here with you online. At 10,005, finished and done then, last chance in fair warning, online underbidder. Would you like to go again? At 10,500, we're going to count it down once. At 10,500, finished and done then twice. At £10,500. That bid is yours online at 10,500, 4439 provisional. Moving down, we go to lot number 21 in today's sale is this lovely 2004 BMW R1200GS there. Nice example, great looking adventure bike. Love the color code again. The black and yellow looks very mean on this bike. Straight in with my commission interest at £1,000. Take 1,200 if we can. 1,000's bid. BMW here, adventure tourer bike then at £1,000 with my commission interest. At £1,000. At 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, would you like to go 12? 12's in online. At 1,200, 1,200, your bid. At £1,200 is the bid now at 12. At £1,200 online bid. 14, sir, 14's bid. Thanking you. At £1,400, gentleman's bid. Down seated at the front at £1,400. At 1,400, 1,400. Would anyone else like to go 16 now? 16 we do. New bidder. At 1,600, thank you, sir. At £1,600. Take 18 if you're coming back in. At 1,600, 1,600. Gentleman's bid at £1,600. Would you like 18, sir? At £1,600 is the bid then over here at the back. At 1,600, are we finished and done? I'll take 17. 17, thank you. At 1,700. At 1,700, 1,700. 18's next. 1,800, thank you, sir. 19. 19 straight back in. Two bidders in the room, shakes the head. Your bid, sir, at £1,900. Online, your turn now. Would you like to go 2,000? At 1,900, 1,900, are we finished and done here? Are we sure? At £1,900. Gentlemen seated here at the front. At 1,900, 1,900, all finished and done then. Last chance in fair warning. This time once. This time twice. Finished and done. £1,900. 588, £1,900. We're not too far off, sir. I'm sure they'll come over and have a word with you in a minute. What was that paddle number again? Just Mr. 588. Thank you very much. Moving down the list, we go to lot number 22 in the sale is the 1998. It's the Moulton New Series lightweight space frame bicycle. Look at this one. Have a good look, ladies and gentlemen, here. This is something a little bit different indeed. Original one-owner bike, stiff lightweight, space frame design, hand-built and ordered in Bradford-on-Avon as well. It's quite local to me. Lovely little place it is if you've never been there. Start me off on this one. Who's got £1,000 to start? Moulton New Series lightweight space bicycle. Just £1,000 to start it off today, surely. £1,000. Anyone interested here? £1,000. Going to go in with my commission interest then at just £500. At five, is that 1,000? Take the £1,000 if it's there. £1,000 just coming in online. Thank you with the online bid. If you just press that one, it'll just bring it straight in. £1,000, thank you. At 1,000, we'll go 1,100 next. Online bids in at £1,000. £1,000 with the online bid at 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. Would anyone like 1,100 here? At £1,000. Online bid at £1,000. Would anyone like 11? Are we sure? Maiden bid online, stealing it away at the moment at £1,000. Are we finished? Are we done? Last chance, fair warning then. At £1,000, we'll count it down once, twice. Finish and done at £1,000. That is with you online. We will submit the bid, but I wouldn't hold your breath. We're a little way off on that one. At £1,000 is your bid there. Bidder number 1084. Moving on down to lot number 23, 1991 Ducati 907 IE, lovely early 90s Italian superbike there. This one, I love the look of this one. This red is gleaming away there as well on the Ducati. I'm straight in, 1,000, 12, £1,400. We start with my commission interest now at £1,400. Starting bid here at £1,400. At £1,400, £1,400. At £1,400 Ducati now at £1,400. Would you like to go 16 online? At £1,400, £1,400. At just £1,400 is the bid now at 14. At £1,400, £1,400, are we finished and done? 16's in online. At £1,600, my commission interest is out now at £1,600 with you online at £1,600. At £1,600, £1,600, we'll say 17 then. At £1,600, would you like the £100 drop bid? At £1,600, £1,600, are we finished and done then at just £1,600? Coming in for the 17 if you wish to go again. Little money here at just £1,600 for the Ducati 907 IE. At £1,600, finished and done then. Last chance in fair warning this time with the online bidder here at £1,600 once. At £1,600 twice, finished and done then. Online bid at £1,600. That's with you online, 1096 at £1,600 provisional. Moving down to lot number 24. Lot number 24, 1961, the BSA A10, that's a mouthful, Rocket Gold Star, Evocation, and over to you, Steve.
Yes, indeed, Tom. What a bike this is. The Rocket Gold Star and Evocation. It comes from the jet age, doesn't it? That confident period at the start of the 60s when we all thought the future was going to be fantastic. How wrong we were. But this is very much a bike from that time when Britain ruled the motorcycling world. As we say, it's an A10, but a Rocket Gold Star Evocation. So we've got the 2-into-1 exhaust. They called it a Siamese exhaust back then. And this is what you call a reconditioned bike rather than a restored bike. So what was all right and what didn't need too much attention has been left. And what needed doing, like all of the black painted parts, that's been done very recently. This bike's just had an oil change. It runs and rides as it should. It does. It epitomises, just as we headed into the swinging 60s, the Mini, the Triumph Bonneville, the BSA A10. When Britain ruled the world, not just the biking world, the whole world, Tom.
The whole road indeed there, and the whole road's been bidding away. We started at 2,000, 2.1, 2.2 is bid straight away online at 2002. We'll say 2.4 next if we can. BSA here at 2002, 2.4, gentleman's bid at 2004, at 2.4, 2.4, 2.4. 2.6 is in online at 2006. 2.8 now at £2,800. 3,000 is climbing online at 3,000, 3,000, 3,000. Would you like to? At £3,000 is the bid now at 3,000 with the online bid here in Lancashire at £3,000. At 3,000, 3,000, 3,000. At £3,000 is the bid. Would you like to, sir? At £3,000. 3.2, thank you. 3.2. Online we look for you now. 3.4 if you're coming back in. 3.4 straight away. At 3,004. At 3,000, 3,400. 3.6. 3.8. 3.8, keep climbing online. 4's bid. At 4,000 now. At 4,000, 4,000. 1961 in the year. Look how great it looks at just £4,000. At 4,000, 4,000, 4,000. Coming back in for the 2 again. At 4,000, 4,000, 4,000. I'll tell you what, we'll take another 100 if we need to. 4.1, does anyone else wish to go again? The bid is here online. 4.1, 4.1, and we're on outright sale from the word now at 4,100. We're in the market. It's going to be hammered away today, ladies and gentlemen, at 4,001. Who wants 4.2? At 4,001. 4.2's bidding online. Thank you again. At 4,002's your bid. It's going to sell today, so make no mistake from this point. At 4,200 is with you now. Devon bidder. 4.3 back to Lancashire. At 4,003. Go 4.4 if you wish to bid again. At 4.3, 4.3, 4.3. At 4,300, are we finished and done with the online bid then? At 4,300, would you like to go again? At 4.3, once. At 4,300, twice. Sure and done. At £4,300, we're going to sell now for 3. Sold it online, 8038 at 4,300. Moving down the list, we go to lot number 25 is the 2008 KTM 990 Adventure, Austrian Adventure Tool. This one is a lovely looking bike there, 999cc liquid cooled 4-stroke 75V twin, racking and top box included. Looks absolutely lovely in the pictures there. I love the colouring on this one again. Starting off straight in, no messing around, 1,600. I'm going to have to go 1,800 and £2,000. 2,000, we start with my commission interest now. At 2,000, 2,000 is bid. Online bid at, online bid at 2.2, thank you. Liverpool, you're back in at 2,002. My interest is out now at £2,200. The bid is here online. At 2,002. At 2,000, 2,200 there. 2008 KTM at just £2,200 is the bid. Only 30,000 miles on the odometer as well. At 2002. At 2,000, 2,200 is your bid at the minute. At £2,200. Would anyone else like to go 2.4? At 2002. Are we finished and done then? At £2,200. The bid is online. We will submit the bid to the vendor today. At 2,200 once. At 2,200 twice. Finished and done at £2,200. That bid is with you online. 2,200 to 18724. 18724. 2,200 provisional. Moving down the list we go to this time is lot number 26. 1980 Honda GL 1100 Goldwing. This one's only had 2 owners from a very low mileage there. It's done about 44,000 kilometers. Just to be sure that's not miles, it's kilometers there. It says electric start, 5-speed gearbox, original owner's handbook included as well. Looks absolutely magnificent, this bike there. A big one it is. Start me off on this one. Let's go straight in. 1,000, 12, 14, 1,600 pounds we start. Goldwing here at just 1,600 is the bid. At 1,600, 1,600 for the Goldwing. At 1,600, 1,600. At £1,600 is the bid now at 16. At 1600, 1600, would anyone else like to come in for 18? Now's your chance if you do. At 1600, 1600, are we finished and done then? Maiden bid on the book with me at £1,600. At 1600, 1600, take 17 if it helps you out. 18, okay, my interest is out. It's with you online now at £1,800. Take 19 if you wish to go again. At 1800, 1800. Are we finished? Are we done? Would you like to go again one more? £1,800, online bid. Last chance. Fair warning then, £1,800 for the gold wing at 1800. That's very provisional online. We will submit the bid. We will see what we can do for that. 1800 to bidder number 1063, 1800 provisionally there. Moving down, we go to lot number 27. One of my favorites in the sale, to be fair, 2000 Aprilia RS250, MotoGP inspired 2-stroke there. Love the Aprilias. Straight in at 4,000. 4-2. 4-4 we start at £4,400. At 4,400 with my commission interest now at 4,004. At 4,000, 4,400 is the bid. Would anyone like to go 4-6? At 4,004. At 4,000, 4,004 and 4-6 is bid. At 4,006, 4-8 back to me. At 4,008. At 4,805 is bid now at 5,000 with you online. At £5,000, I'm out now. At £5,000 with the online bid. Would anyone like to come in for another 2? At 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. Are we finished? Are we done? At 5,000, say 2 if you're coming in now. At £5,000 is the bid. Aprilia RS250 there at just £5,000. At 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, all finished and done then. Last chance in fair warning online at £5,000. Coming in for 2. Go once, go twice, finish and done then at £5,000. That is provisionally with you online, 1102 at £5,000. That is a provisional bid there. We'll see what we can do for you online. Moving down to lot number 28, this time is 2019. It's the Honda CRF250L, virtually unused. It says here it's done 204 miles. It's a liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine, owner's manual, service but one previous owner. Lots here then to go with it. 2 keys as well. Start me off. Who's got £2,000? £2,000 to go. 2019 Honda there, surely. We'll take it, 1,600 with you online. Welcome in Flintshire at £1,600, online bid. At 1,600, 1,600. At 1,600, 1,600, say 18 next if we can. At £1,600 is the bid. At 1,600, 1,600, 18 if you're coming in. 1,800, gentleman's bid before you online. We'll take the room bid first. At £1,800, that is not you online. Would you like to go 2,000? At 1,800, 2's back in. Would you like 2-2, sir? 2-2. Before you online again, we've got to be fair to the gentleman here. He's in at 2002. Online, would you like to go 2-4? At 2002. At 2,000, 2,200. 2-4's back in now. Yorkshire, new bidder this time at 2004. At 2,000, 2,400 is the bid now at 2,400 with you in Yorkshire. At 2004. Say 2-6 next if you're coming in anywhere else. At 2004. At 2,000, 2,400 is the bid. Are we finishing done then? On lot 2-6, thank you, sir. 2-6. At 2006, gentleman's back in. Thanking you at 2,600 is your bid. Would you like to go 2-8 online? You're thinking about it. Now's your chance if you do. At 2,600, we'll start counting it down at 2,600. The bid then once. 2-8. 2-8's back in. At 2,000, 2008. At £2,800 is the online bid here at 2008. At 2,000, 2008, 3,000 now. Local bidder in Cheshire is with you at £3,000. At 3,000, 3,000. Probably come and had a good look at this one, didn't you? At £3,000 is a lovely looking bike indeed. At just £3,000 is the bid. I'll tell you what, we'll go in hundreds from this point. 3-1 if the underbidder wishes to come back in for one more. At 3,000, 3,000, 3,000. Are we finished and done then? At £3,000 is the bid now at 3,000. With you online here at £3,000. We'll count it down this time then. 3-1 is that? 3-1's bid. Yorkshire's back in at 3,001. 3,200, thanking you. At 3,200 you do. At 3,200 is your bid now, Cheshire. At 3,002. At 3,200, 3,200, 3,200. At £3,200, we are bid now at 3,002. You're thinking about it online. Would you like to go again? At 3,200, the bid then once. At 3,200, the bid then twice. Sure and done online at £3,200. That's with you online. 3,200, 10,736. That is your bid, provisionally at £3,200. I think we might get that one over the line. So we'll get in touch with the vendor and we will announce it throughout the sale if we do. Moving down to lot number 29. 1951, Dot Scrambler there, the 197, Collector's Dream. Look at that one, that absolute great looking bike. Love the chrome work on this one as well. Gleams away under the lights here. Start the bidding off with me, you're in. At just £600. We'll start there at 600. Seven's bid. At 700 now. At 700, 700 is the bid with the gentleman in the room. 8's bid online. 9,000. 1,000's bid. 11. 11. Would you like 12, sir? 11's down here. 11 bid. At £1,100 is the bid now with the gentleman at the front. 12's in online. 13. 13 bid. At 1,300, 14's bid. 15's bid. At 1,500, 1,500. At £1,500 is the bid now at 15. Gentlemen seated at the front at 1,500. Would anyone else like to come in for a small £100 bid? At 15, 16's bid online. At 1,600, 1,600. 17. They're still going at the minute. I would have done if they didn't jump in. 1,700. 1,700's bid. 1,800. 1,800's bid now online. At £1,800 is the bid now at 18. 19. 1,900 is bid. At 1,900, 1,900, coming back in for the 2,000. 2's bid again. Thank you again, Lancashire, you're in at £2,000. Go one if you wish to bid again. At 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. At £2,000 is the bid now at 2,000. Are we finished and done then at £2,000? Last chance. Fair warning. The bid is up. 1, 2, 1. Gentleman's back in. Thank you, sir. At 2,001. At 2,100 down the front. 2 2's back in online. At 2,002. At 2,200 is bid. I'll take your 50s now if it helps you out, sir. At 2,002, would you like the 50? At 2,000, 2,200 is bid. Last chance in fair warning then. The bid is online. We'll take one more if you wish to go again. At 2,200 once. At 2,200 twice. Finished and done then, online bid, £2,200. That's provisionally with you online, 12173. Moving down to lot number 30 is 1984. It's the Honda CG125, the cafe racer there. What does it say about this one? Is the MOT's exempt. It's 124cc air-cooled 4-stroke engine on this one, single cylinder as well. Paintwork's been all done, engine rebuilds all been done. Look at all the list of stuff on this one that's included. It's running away online at the minute. You're in. I was in at 5. You've gone 600, 700, and it's no reserve to be sold today. So make no mistake when bidding on this one, ladies and gentlemen. We're at £700 is the bid. At 7 bid. At 708. 800's bid now. At £800 with the online bid here. At 800, would anyone like 9? At 800, 800, 800. It's with you in the West Midlands at the minute. At £800 is the bid. 900, thank you. At 900, it moves on. At 900, 900, 900. We'll stay in the £100 for you online. If you'd like to go 1,000, now's your chance. At 900 is the bid. At 900, 900, finished and done then. Last chance, fair warning. We're going to sell to the bidder here online at £900. Once. £900 twice. Finished and done. We sell this time then online at £900 it goes. Sold at 900, 121.73. 21. Thank you, online bidder. Moving on to lot number 31. This time is the 1992 Suzuki GSXR750 there. Low mileage example, 8,200 miles that is. UK bike, 750, 4-cylinder, 4-stroke. Low mileage again, 2 keys, starting away at, I don't know, where are you up to? 12, 14, 1,600 online's in. At 1,600 with the online bid. Welcome in Devon. At £1,600 your bid. At 1,600, say 18 next if we can. At £1,600 is the bid now at 16. 18, thank you, sir. 1,800 in the room. At 18, 2,000 straight back in, 2,2, thank you again. At 2,002, lovely bike it is, at £2,200. Would you like to go 2-4 online? Are you coming back in for one more? At 2,002. At 2,000, 2,200, are we finished and done? 2-4, we're not. At 2,004. At 2,000, 2,400 with the online bid here. I'll say 2.5 if it helps you out. 2.5, thank you. At 2,005. At 2,000, 2,005, online 2.6. We'll do the same favor, coming back in for one more. At 2,005, 2.6 is bid. At 2,006, would you like 2.7? 2.7, thank you. At 2,007, we get the nod. At 2,700, 2.8 if you're coming back in now. At 2,000, 2,700 pounds is the bid. 2.8. 2.8's bid. Shakes his head and walks away at 2,008. At 2,000, 2,800 pounds is the bid now at 2,008. Would anyone like to go 2.9? Is with the online bid here. Are you sure? One more. At 2,800, 2,008. Finished and done then. Last chance, unless anyone else wants to come in now. At 2,800 pounds, the bid is here online at 2,800 once. Twice. Finished and done then. Online bid at 2,800 pounds. 10,040, 1040 there, 2,800. That is your bid provisionally online. Moving down we go this time to lot number 32. It's the 1973, another Suzuki, it's the TS50, and over to Mr. Steve Berry.
Tom, I do love the super bikes that we get down here at Manor Park, the Ducatis, the Honda Fireblades, the BMW big GS adventure bikes, but I think I just might like these tiddlers a bit more. Look at this 1973 Suzuki TS50. The Japanese called it the Hustler. The Americans called it the Gaucho. We called it the TS50. I know I just said 250 because I had a TS250 at one point. Kickstart on the 2-stroke. That's just nipped me, by the way. I think it might have drawn blood. Rotary disc valve. It's a funky little thing in fantastic condition. It's only got 2,700 miles on it. Formerly the property, we think, of Jamie Whittam, or at least the Whittam family. He might have bought it for his daughter to ride on. And if you want to look in the dictionary at optimism, there's a picture of the speedo on this bike, because look, the speedo on a Suzuki TS50 goes up to 80 miles an hour. Yeah, if you threw it off a cliff, but don't do that because it's far too nice for that. It's in fantastic condition. It's ready to go. What a funky little bike this is, Tom.
Right then, so what's it worth? Let's find out. Anyone got £3,000 to start me off here? TS50 there. Start me off. How about £2,000 surely to get it underway? 2,000 coming in? Two's bid. Thank you online. At £2,000 is the bid now at 2,000 with our online bid here. At 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. Your bid now online. At £2,000 coming in for 2. At £2,000 is the bid now at 2,000. Online bid here at £2,000. Take 2 if anyone else wishes to come in now. At £2,000 is the bid. You're thinking about it online. 2,2, thank you. At 2,002, room bidder now. At £2,200 is bid. Go 2,4 if you wish to go again online. At 2,002. At 2,000, 2,200 is the bid. Take 2,3 if we need to. We won't go any lower. At 2,002. At 2,003. At 2,3's bid. Would you like 2,4, sir? At 2,003. At 2,000, 2,300 pounds is the bid now at 2,003. 2,4 if you're coming back in. At 2,3 is bid. At 2,000, 2,300, or anywhere else online, would you like to go again? At 2,000, 2,003. At 2,350, okay, he says. 50's in. At 2,350, would you like to go 2,400 bidder? At 2,350 is a bid. At £2,350, we're bid now at 2,350. Online, would you like to go again? At 2,350 is the bid with the gentleman here then. At £2,350. At 2,350 is the bid then once. At 2,350 is the bid then twice. All finished, all done. Last chance, fair warning, 2,350. Provisionally with you, 64. Thank you very much, 64. That is a provisional bid there at 2,350. Moving down the list, we go to lot number 33, 1970 is the Moto Morini 3.5 there. Nice little Moto Morini, this one is. Where are we up to on this one? I got nothing on my book, nothing online. Anyone got £2,000 to start me off on this one? It's had the factory paint, 350cc air-cooled VIN Tweed 4-stroke engine as well, HPI clear. Start me off £2,000, surely, 2,000. How about 1,500 then? Anyone interested in starting me off here? £1,500. 15's bid. At £1,500 is the bid online. Thanking you at 1,500. 16's bid. 1,600. 17 if you're coming back in. At 1,600, 1,600. At £1,600 on the Moto Morini here. At just £1,600 is bid. At 1,600, 1,600. Finishing done then. At £1,600. 17 back in. At 1,700, 1,700. At £1,700 is bid here, endorse it with you at £1,700. At 1,700, 1,700, are we finishing done then? Last chance in fair warning this time then with the online bid now at £1,700. Would anyone like to go 18? We'll count it down then at £1,700. Are we finishing done? Last chance in fair warning once at 1,700, twice at 1,700, finishing done at 1,700. That is provisional with you online, 1063's way at £1,700. We will make that phone call. We are a little way off. We'll see what we can do for you online and we will get back in touch. But a provisional that's already gone through. Lot number 25, KTM 990 Adventure, sold away at £2,500. Next one we go to is lot number 34 then. It's a 2003 Honda VTR 1000 Firestorm there. It looks pretty mean in that yellow and black color combination there. Low mileage on this one. It's done approximately 16,000 miles, say. 996cc, 4-stroke liquid cooled, 90-degree V-twin on it as well. Monstrous machine indeed. Start me off on this one. Anyone got £1,000 to start? Great looking bike there for just £1,000. £600 then. Start me off. 6 is bid. Thank you, sir. At £600. At 600 we start here. Honda VTR 1000 Firestorm. Gentleman's bid in the room at £600. At 600, 600 is the bid. At 600, 600, would anyone like to go 7? At 600 is the bid now at 600. Maiden bid here then in the room at £600. Make no mistake. At 600, 600. Need to see 7 next if you wish to go again. At £600, are we finishing done? We will submit the bid today. We're going to count it down now. 7. Leave it a little later online. At 700 bid. At 700, 700. I'll tell you what, we're going 50s to help you out. 750, thank you. At 750, thank you for starting me off. At 750, 8's bid. £800, 50 again back in. At 850, 850, 850. At £850 online, would you like to go 900? Make it nice and quick if you do. At 850, all finished and done. It's your last chance in fair warning. It's going to go once. It's going to go twice. Finished and done then. Gentleman's bid here at £850. That is provisionally with you. Have you got your paddle number there? 630. Thank you very much. 630 for £850 provisionally. Moving down, we go to lot number 35. Lot number 35, another lovely Aprilia in the sale today is the 1996 RS250 Chesterfield. This one is the lovely Italian two-stroke pocket rocket, and a pocket rocket it definitely is indeed. 6-speed gearbox on this one. It's done 55 brake. It's got 55 brake horsepower, 249 cc, two-stroke V-twin. Anyone got £5,000 to start me off on the Aprilia? Online is in at £3,000. At 3,000, we start with the online bid. Say 3-2 if we can. Or 3-5 is okay. At 3,000, up to you. At 3,000, 3,000. We'll go twos. At £3,000 is bid. 3-2. At 3-2, that sorts that out, doesn't it? 3-4. At £3,400 with the online bid, and 3-6 is back in now at 3,006. At 3-6, 3-6, 3-6, 3-8 if you wish to go again. 3-8 you do. Thank you online. At 3,008, 4's bid. At 4,000, 4,000, 4,000. At 4,000 is your bid now at 4. Coming back in for the 2 again. At 4,002, 4-2 you do. Thank you online. At £4,200. 4-4. At 4,004. At 4,000, 4,400 is the bid now at £4,400. Great bike indeed. At just 4,004. Take 4-6 if you wish to go again. 4-6, thanking you. North Yorkshire bidder making an entrance at 4,600. The bid is yours now at 4,006. 4-8's back in. At 4,000, 4,008. Take it to 5 for me if you wish to go again online. At 4,008, 5 you do. Thanking you. At £5,000, North Yorkshire bidder again. At 5,000, your bid. At 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. At £5,000 is the bid now at 5. At 5,000, 5,000, would you like to go 2 again? At £5,000. At 5,000, 5,000, all finished and done, unless you're coming back in for one more. At £5,000, the bid is here online in North Yorkshire at the moment. At £5,000. At 5,000, 5,002, thanking you online. At 5,002, you're back in 5-4. North Yorkshire bidder there. Quick on your buttons, we like. At 5,004 is your bid. At 5,000, 5,004, 5-6. At 5,006. At 5,000, 5,600, 5-8. At 5,008 is the bid. With you now online. At £5,800, 6 is bid. At 6,000, 6,000, 6,000, coming back in for the 2. Lovely Aprilia here at just 6,002. 6-2's back in now, 6-2. At 6,200, we're bid now at 6,002. The bid is yours online. At 6,002. At 6,000, 6,200 is the bid. Would you like to go, say, 6-3 next if it tempts you back in online? Coming in for the 100. At 6,002. At 6,000, 6,200, the bid is here online. At £6,200, are we finished? Are we done? At 6,200 once. At 6,200 twice. The bid is here online at £6,200, finished and done. Yours online, 6-2 provisionally, £6,200. That is a provisional bid. Just missed the bidder number, was 11229. Moving down to lot number 36, 1984. This is the Yamaha RD500 here. RD500 LC, new built production model there. Lovely looking bike this one is. It's got lots to run through. 23 years of sourcing and collecting parts for it. Lots to say about it. No mileage on the clock either. Number 18 frame as well. Starting away, your bid online, we'll take it at 15,000, but I'm going to go 16,000 with me. At £16,000. At 16,000, 16,000. At 16,000, 17's bid. 18,000 back to my commission bidder. At 18,000, 18,000. At £18,000 is the bid now at 18. My commission interest here at £18,000. Would you like to go 19 online? 19 you do. Thank you, online bid at £19,000. At 19,000, 19,000, my interest is out at £19,000. Would anyone else like to come in for 20 now? At 19,000. At 19,000, 19,000, the bid is with you online. At £19,000. At 19,000, 19,000. Sorry, thank you very much. 20,000 is your bid. At 20,000, 20,000, I've got to remember there's out there as well. At £20,000 your bid, up on top. At £20,000. At 20,000, 20,000. Gentleman's bid here in the room at 20,000. Online's gone 21, sir. Would you like 22? 22, thanking you. At £22,000. Online, it must be 23 if you wish to go again. At 22,000. At 22.22. 23's back in online. At £23,000 is the bid. At 23,000, would you like 24, sir? At £23,000 is the bid. At 23.23, are we finished and done here at £23,000? I'll tell you what, I'll take 23.5 if it helps you out. 23.5, thanking you. At 23,500 is bid. At 23,005. Online, would you like to go 24? At 23,500 is the bid then. Are we finished and done? At 23,500 once. We're counting it down online. Make no mistake, at 23,500 twice. Finished and done at £23,500. That is with you provisionally, 67. Thank you very much, sir. Bidder number 67 there at £23,500 provisional. Moving on to lot number 37. Next is 2004 Kawasaki. It's the VN800 Vulcan this time there. Look at that, lovely looking bike there. Looks great colouring indeed, straight down to the left of the rostrum there. Love this bike. Great job's been done on this one. I'm going to go straight in with my commission interest at just £1,000. At £1,000 bid. And £1,000 is the bid now at 1,000. At £1,000, we'll say 1,200 if we can. At £1,000 is bid on the book with me at £1,000. At 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. At £1,000 is the bid now at 1,012. 1,200 is bid. At 1,200, 1,200, 1,200. 14's bid at £1,400. At 1,400, 1,400. At £1,400 is the bid now at 14. Would you like to go 16? At 1,400, 1,400. If you're coming back in, now is your chance at £1,400. At 1,400, 1,400. Finished and done then. Last chance in fair warning this time then at just £1,400. At 1,400, 1,400. Go once, go twice. Finished and done then at £1,400. That is provisionally online at 1,400, 1102. 1,400 provisional bid. Moving down the list we go to lot number 38's up next. 2009 Ducati Streetfighter S there, loaded with all the extras as well. I love this thing as well. It's probably one of my favorite bikes in the cell. Looks like a mean, angry machine indeed. And we're going to start it off at just £4,000 with my commission interest here at £4,000. At 4,000, 4,000 is bid. Say 4,500 if you wish to come in here. Ducati Streetfighter 4,500, thanking you online. At 4,005. At 4,005. 5,000's my bid. I'll say 5,200 next. At £5,000. At 5,000, 5,000 is the bid now at 5. Coming in for the 2. At 5,000, 2. At 5,200, my interest is out now. The bid is here online at £5,200. At 5,002. Ducati Streetfighter at 5,002. At 5,200, 5,200, 5,200. Would anyone else like to come in for 5,004? At 5,200 is the bid now at 5,002. Are we finished and done here? At 5,000, 5,200. I'm going to start counting it down then. The bid is online. At 5,200 once. At 5,200, the bid then twice. Finished and done then. Online bid at £5,200. 1096 is way. 1096. £5,200 provisionally. Moving on down to lot number 39, 1974 Norton Commando 850. Nice running example. Needs a little bit of work to do to it as well. It's got a chain drive, 4-speed manual. It's an 828 4-stroke twin, showing about 1,700 miles on the clock as well. Let's get this one started. Anyone interested at £2,000? £2,000 to start me off. 1974 Norton Commando 850. Surely 2,000 can get this one away. How about 1,600 then? £1,600. Coming in for 1,600. Surely 16 is that. 16's in online. At 1600, 1600, 18 bid, 1800 now, gentleman's bid, 2 if you're coming back in online. At £1,800 is the bid. At 1800, 1800, are we finished and done here? Would you like to come in for 2? At 1800, 1800, finished and done. At 1800, 1800, it's your last chance in fair warning. If anyone wishes to come back in for £2,000, now is your chance. At 1800, I'll tell you what, I'll take 19 if it helps. We won't go any lower. At £1,800, gentleman's bid here. I'm going to start counting it down now. At 1900. At 1900, 2's bid. At £2,000, stay in these ones for you online. Would you like to go 2-1? At £2,000 is the bid. Gentleman's bid here, 2 1s back in online. At 2001, would you like 2-2, sir? 2-2, thanking you. At 2002. At £2,200 is the bid now at 2003. At 23, 23, 23. Online bid somewhere in the United Kingdom is with you at 2003. Would anyone else like to come in for 2-4? At 2000, 2003, are we finished and done then? It's your last chance in fair warning. Would a 50 bring you back in, sir? 2350. 2350 says okay, thank you. At 2,350 we're bid. At £2,350 online needs to be 2-4 if you're coming back in. 2-4 they are. I tried, sir. 2,450? 2,450, thank you again. At 2,450 is bid. At 2,450, 2,450. Would you like 2,5? They do. At 2,005. 2,550 again, it goes on. At 2,550 with the gentleman here. At £2,550 online, would you like to go 2-6? Looking for you now online. Would you like to go again? Gentleman's bid here at £2,550. I'm going to start counting it down once. At £2,550 twice. Finishing done then. Gentleman here then at £2,550. With you, sir, at 2,550. We're not too far off on that one, to be honest. I think we'll get that one over the line. 636. Thank you very much. Moving on to lot number 40, 1976 Honda CB400F. And over to Steve.
Tom, once upon a time, soldiers based in Germany, the British Army of the Rhine, remember that? They had a system where they were allowed to buy machines over there at a discount, cars and bikes, and then bring them over to the UK. A British soldier bought this bike in Germany 50 years ago, didn't bring it back to the UK though, kept it over there. This bike was brought here 4 years ago and it's now on a UK registration. We've got most of the original documents that come with this, the service book, the owner's manual, all that sort of thing. It's done 35,000 kilometres in the half a century that it's been around, and it's never been restored. It's a good, honest motorcycle that's been well used, and you can see that, but look at it. What a fantastic bike. It's got the iconic 4-into-1 exhaust, and Tom, the Honda 404 was the first big bike I ever rode, and you could get it in red, you could get it in yellow, or you could get it in this blue colour, and the one that I got to ride was this colour. I'm having a serious flashback. In all the time that I've been here, I've been tempted to bid on a lot of bikes, but I've never been as tempted as I am today to bid on this, a blue Honda 404 in great condition, the first big bike I ever rode. Come on, you buy it, or else I will.
There we go. That's a promise there from Steve. We're going to go straight in. Commission interest with me. I'm going to go 14, 15, 16, £1,700 is my starting point on the book with me. At 1,700 here, 18's bid. At £1,800 with the online bid now at 18, 1,900, £1,900 back to my commission bidder. One more might do it online. At 19, 2's bid. At £2,000, I'm out now. At £2,000 is your bid online. At 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. Coming in for one. At £2,000 is the bid now with the online bidder here at £2,000. At 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. Finished and done then with the online bid. At £2,000 is bid. 2-1, thanking you online. At £2,000. 2,001, sorry. At 2,100 is the bid. 2-2's next if you're coming back in. At 2,001. At 2,000, 2,100 is the bid online. Would anyone like to go 2-2 on this one here? Honda CB400F at just £2,100 is your bid in 2-2. At 2,002, new bidder entirely. Welcome to the party. At 2,200, your bid now. At 2,002. At 2,000, 2,200, would you like to go again, underbidder? At 2,002. The bid is here, online, at 2,002, coming in for 2,3. At 2,000, 2,200 is the bid now at 2,002. Are we finished and done? The bid is 2,3s at 2,3s bid. Thank you, online. Lancashire bidder, you're back in at 2,003. At 2,000, 2,300 is the bid. Would anyone like to go 2,4 on this one? At 2,003. At 2,000, 2,300 is the bid then with the online bidder here at £2,300. Are we finished and done? It's your last chance in fair warning this time then at 2,300 once. At 2,300 twice. Finished and done then at £2,300. Provisionally with you online at 2003 11159. Moving down to lot number 41 is up next. 1992 Ducati 888 Corsa. It's the Bullet Factory race bike there. Stunning looking bike. This one is fully restored. Original invoices as well. One owner from new. Ridden by the late David Jeffries as well. Look at that. That's one machine that is pretty damn impressive. Let's get the bidding started off on this one. I'm going to go straight in at 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and £15,000 is the bid now at 15,000. At 15,000, 15,000, say 16 next if you wish to bid. At £15,000. At 15, 16, sir, 16,000, thanking you. At 16,000, I'm going to have to go 17 with me there. Would you like 18? 18,000, I'm out, you're in. Gentleman's bid here in the room at £18,000. At 18,000, 18,000. Gentleman's bid here in the room at £18,000. 19's in online. At 19,000, would you like 20 now, sir? At 19,000, shakes the head. At £19,000 is the bid. At 19,000, 19,000, would anyone like to go 20 now? The bid is here online at £19,000. Take the half if it helps. 19.5? 19.5, okay, he says. 19.5, thanking you. At 19,005. Gentleman's bid here at £19,500 is the bid now at 19.5. At 19.5, 19.5. Online bidder, would you like to go 20 on this one? At 19,005. Are we finished? Are we done? At £19,500. 1992. Ducati. £20,000. Welcome in the USA. Your bid now at £20,000 is the bid. United States bidder there in Florida, I believe, at 20,005. At 20,500 is bid. At 20,005. Would anyone like 21? At 20,500 is bid. At 20,005. Coming back in for the one now at 20,500 is the bid here online. Locally it is at 20,005. At 20,500, 21's next if you wish to go again. At 20,005, are we finished and done here then at £20,500 all finished and done? Is your last chance in fair warning. If you're coming in for one more, now's your chance underbidder. At 20,005. Once. At 20,500 twice. Finished and done then, last chance, fair warning. We're going to submit the bid online here at £20,500. With you online at £20,500 provisionally. Right, moving down the list we go to lot number 42 this time. Lot number 42 is a 1933 BSA W356 combination there. Look at that, with the sidecar included. 499cc side valve, lovely example. We believe to be a Swallow sidecar as well, believe, so don't fact me on that. HPI clear, offered with V5 as well. Anyone interested here for £2,000 to start me off on the BSA W356 combination there? £2,000 to start. Anyone interested to start me off today at just £2,000? Two's bid. Thank you online. At 2,000, 2,2. At 2,200 we're bid. At 2,002, coming in for 2,4. At 2,002. At 2,000, 2,200 is the bid now at 2,002. Would you like to go 2,4 anywhere else? 2,4 is that bid online at 2,004. At 2,400 is bid. At 2,400 the bid with the online bidder here at 2,004. Take 2,6 if you're coming back in. 2,6 okay they say at 2,006. At 2,000, 2,600 is the bid now at 2,006. At 2,600, 2,8's back in now at 2,008. At 2,000, 2,800 is bid now at 2,008. 3 if you wish to go again. At 2,008. At 2,000, 2,800 is the bid now at 2,008. 3 if you wish to bid one more. At £2,800, are we finished and done here? At 2,008. 3 bid, thank you, sir. Seated on the aisle at £3,000. Gentleman's bid. Online, you need to go 3-2 if you wish to go again. At 3,000, 3,000, 3,000. At £3,000 we are bid. Are we finished and done then? Last chance in fair warning this time with the gentleman down the front at £3,000. I'll take 100 if anyone's nice and quick. At £3,000. Once. At 3,000, 3,000 twice. Finished and done then. Gentleman's bid on the aisle. This time in a... Oh, 3-1. 3-2's back in. Thank you, sir. At 3,002. 3-3, thank you for coming back in fast online. 3-4, that's more like it. At 3,004, would you like to go 3-5? 3-5 they do. 3-6, gentleman's bid. At 3,006, 3-7. At 3,008. At £3,800 is the bid now at 3,008. Are we finished and done online this time in a way? At 3,008, are you sure? Last chance in fair warning this time then at 3,800 were bid. Gonna count it down now. At 3,000, 3,800 once. And in the market and selling today twice. At £3,800. Hammers up and away it goes, this time with the gentleman seated on the aisle at 3,008. Sold your way, sir. Thank you. 150. £3,800. Sold, sold, sold. Moving on to lot number 43 this time is the 1979/80 Suzuki Beamish. This one is the RL325. Fantastically fully restored. Caught my eye as soon as I walked into the showroom yesterday when I had a good look at these bikes. Gleaming away there in the black and yellow. Start me off straight in. I'm going to go 2,000, 2,2, 2,4 is the starting point here at 2,004. On the Beamish now at 2,004. 2,6, thanking you, sir, at 2,600, gentleman's bid. At 2,006. The Beamish now at 2,600 is bid. At 2,000, 2,600 here in the room at 2,006. 2,8 if you wish to go again. At 2,006. At 2,000, 2,600 is bid. 2,8's in. At 2,008, welcome in Yorkshire, it's your bid now at 2,008. At 2,000, 2,800 pounds we are bid. 3's back in now, thanking you, sir. At 3,000 pounds, the bid is yours. At 3,000, 3,000, 3,000. At 3,000, underbidder Yorkshire, would you like to go 3-2? Now's your chance if you do. 3-2 they do indeed. At 3,002, thanking you. At 3,200, the bid is yours online. At 3,002. At 3,000, 3,200 is the bid. I'll say 3-3 next if it helps you out. We'll go in hundreds from this point. At 3,002 is the bid now at 3,002. 3-3, gentleman's back in. Thank you, sir. At 3,003. Online, would you like to go 3-4? At 3,000, 3,003. 3-4's back in. Thanking you. Online bidder at £3,400. The Yorkshire bidder's back at 3,004. At 3,000, 3,400 is the bid now at 3,004. We finished and done here. Would you like to go again for one more or anywhere else online? At 3,004. At 3,000, 3,400, finished and done then. Last chance in fair warning this time. The bid is here online. At 3,000, 3,400, the bid then once. At 3,400, the bid then twice. Finished and done, the bid's online at £3,400. That is your bid in Yorkshire at £3,400 to 5612. I think that was 5612. Let's just double check that. 5612, yes it was. £3,400 provisionally, only just online. I'm sure we'll get that one over the line by the end of the sale as well. Moving down the list we go to is lot number 44, 1960 Triumph 5T twin speed there, or the speed twin. Start me off on this one then. Anyone interested, get it gone today at £2,000. Anyone interested at £2,000 to start me off here? 498cc, 4-stroke twin engine, 4-speed gearbox, complete running bike as well. Superb street scrambler makeover on this one as well. Let's get it going. Two's bid, thank you online. £2,000. Say 2-2 next if you wish to bid. 2-2's bid at 2,002. At £2,200 is the bid now at 2,002. At 2,202. At £2,200 is the bid now at 2,002. Would anyone like 2-4? At 2,002. Are we finished and done here at just 2,200? Seems little money to me. 2-4's bid. 2-6's bid. At 2,006. At £2,600 is the bid now at 2,006. At 2,600 is the bid. Are we finished and done then? Last chance in fair warning this time then at 2,600. We'll start to count it down. At 2,600 the bid then once. At 2,600 the bid then twice. Finished and done. Last chance, fair warning at £2,600. My commission bidder at 2,600, and that is 1063. 2,600 provisional bid there at £2,600. Moving down the list we go to this time is lot number 45 of today's sale. It's a 1982 KTM 495 classic motocross bike there. Look at that one. Loving this one. Beautiful bike. Going to go straight in. I've got commission interest. You're in at 2-4, 2-6, 2-8. 3,000 is my bid. At £3,000. At £3,000 is the bid now at 3. At 3,000, 3,000, 3,000. Coming in 2, 3-2, 3-4. 3-4's bid. Commission interest still at 3,004. Go 6 again if you wish to bid again. At 3,004. 3-6. 3-6. Gonna have to go 3-7 and 3-8, and I'll take 3-9 if they wish to come back in. Does anyone wish to go 3-9? 4,000 with my commission interest now. At £4,000, take another 100 if you wish to go again. At 4,000, 4,000, 4,000. On the book with me at £4,000. Take 1 if you're coming back in online. At 4,000 is the bid now at 4. At 4,000, 4,000, 4,000. Are we finished and done then? Commission interest now at just £4,000. Going to go once. At 4,000, 4,000. Finished and done then twice. Last chance. Fair warning then on the book with me at £4,000. That is a provisional there at 4,000, and 3011 left that bid of £4,000. That is provisionally with you there if you're watching online. Moving on to lot number 46. 1976 Suzuki, and it's the AP50 this time then, the AP50 there. Done about 18,000 miles, air-cooled, single 2-stroke on this one. Start me off, anyone interested, at £3,000. 3,000 to start. 1976 Suzuki, start me off today at £3,000. Coming in, anyone interested to kick it off today at £3,000? How about £2,000 to start then? 2,000 to get it going. Anyone interested? 2's bid. Thank you online. Northamptonshire, you're in. At £2,000. Very little money here at just £2,000. Starting bid online. At 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. At £2,000 is the bid. Say 2-2 next if anyone wants to come in. At £2,000 is the bid now at 2. At 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. Are we finished and done? We will submit the maiden bid here online. At £2,000, are we finished and done? At 2, 2, 2, 2, 4, straight back in. At 2,004. Don't miss the bargain. At 2,004. At 2,000, 2,400. Are we finished and done? 2, 6. We're not. At 2,006, I think it's 2 bidders in Lancashire as well, at £2,600. At 2,006. Would anyone like 2.8? At 2,600 is the current bid here, at £2,600. At 2.6, 2.6, 2.6. Are we finished? Are we done? At £2,600 is your last chance in fair warning this time. Then the bid is here online at 2,600 once, 2,600 twice. Finished and done then. Online bid at £2,600. With you online at £2,600 to 11159 provisionally. Next one we go to is lot number 47, 1994 Honda CBR900 RR Fireblade as well. It's the second one I believe we've had in the sale today. This one is the low mileage Fox Eye example. It's done about just under 10,000 miles there. 14 service stamps in this one as well. Have a good look at all that information you're getting with this one, ladies and gentlemen. Start me off today. I'm in at 2, 2.2, 2.4, 2.6 is we starting bid here at 2,006. At 2,600 on the Fireblade, this time at 2,006 is bid. At 2,008. At £2,800 is the bid now at 2,008. 3,000's my bid. One more if you wish to go again online. At £3,000. At 3,000, 3,000, 3,000. At £3,000 and 2 coming in now, 3.2. At 3,002, my interest is out now, is with you online bidder at £3,200. At 3.2, 3.2, 3.2. At 3,200, are we finished, are we done? At £3,200 is the bid here online. 3.4 will take it, 3,004. Next bid's 3.6 if you wish to go again. At 3,004. At 3,000, 3,400 is the bid. My interest is out. It's all online now. Underbidder, you coming back for one more at 3,004. At 3,000, 3,006. Thanking you again online at 3,600. It's a lovely bike indeed at just £3,600. Fireblade at 3.6. At 3,000, 3,600 is the bid now at 3,006. Underbidder, would you like to go 3.8? At 3,600 is bid. Are we finished and done? At 3,000, 3,600 pounds is the last chance in fair warning. I'll take 3.7 if it helps you out online. At 3,006, 3.7 back in, thanking you, 3.8, 3.8 then. 2 bidders now, 3 bidders I think actually, at 3,800 pounds. We'll stay in the hundreds, we'll sell it to the nearest 100 today. At 3,008, coming in 3.9 if you wish to bid again. At 3,008. At 3,000, 3,800 pounds, the bid is here online. At 3,008, would you like to go 3.9? At £3,800, are we finished and done then? Last chance in fair warning, 3.9's bid. Back in now at 3,009, Devon bidder, you're in the lead at £3,900. Lovely Fireblade here at just 3,009. At 3,9,394. 4's bid, Derbyshire bidders back in now at £4,000 is with you. At 4's the bid. Go 1 if you're bidding again. At 4,001. At what 4,100 is bid. Devon's back in now at 4,001. For 2, Derbyshire, do you wish to go again? At 4.1's bid. At 4,000, 4,100, the bid is here in Devon at £4,100. At 4.1 bid. Are we finished and done this time then at 4,001? At 4,000, 4,100 pounds, it goes once. At 4,000, 4,100, the bid then twice. Finished and done, make no mistake, underbidders, now or never, at £4,100. 4.2, Derbyshire's back in, at 4,002. At 4,000, 4,200 is your bid now. At 4,002, are we finished and done then? Would you like to go 4.3? At 4,002. At 4,000, 4,200 is bid here at 4,200. With you in Derbyshire. Devon, are you going again? Now's your chance if you are. At 4,200, the bid then once. At 4,200, the bid then twice. Finished and done. Last chance. Fair warning then at £4,200 and 4.3. And 4,003's back in. At 4,003 on the wire. At £4,300. You nearly missed out then, Devon. At 4,003. At 4,000, 4,300 is bid. Would you like to go 4.4? Thinking about it. Now's your chance. at 4,300, the bid then once online, twice. Are we finished and done? It's your last chance, and fair warning this time at £4,300. That is provisionally with you online, 1886. 1886. I think it was a 3. Yes, 18863 there. Provisionally at £4,300. Very near that one as well. So we'll be in touch with you very shortly. Moving down the list we go to lot number 48, 1986 Yamaha. It's the YZ 125 two-stroke motorbike, and over to Steve.
I remember, Tom, a while ago, at a dinner party, yes. I went to dinner party. Do people still have dinner parties? Maybe they do and I don't get invited. Explaining to somebody that I'd recently been racing a 125cc Yamaha off-road bike. And he said, oh, a 125, are you a learner? I thought, you cheeky sod. If you, a non-motorcyclist, sat in that saddle, it would put the fear of God in you, my friend. Because even though it's only a 125 with 35 horsepower from that engine, this is a beast. And it won many titles, not with a wobbler like me on board, but with a competent rider. This was state-of-the-art 40 years ago. The current owners completely rebuilt it, nut and bolt rebuild. The engine and the gearbox has been fully gone through. We think this tank might be aftermarket, the Placky tank. It's got a DG Performance exhaust on it. It is ready to rock and roll. However, the restorer and previous owner of this vehicle has had an attack of sensibleness. And therefore, he's offering it to somebody who is, well, somebody who can ride it in the way that it's intended to be. So get online, get to Temu or whatever it is, and order a big box of Brave pills and get your hand in your pocket and get this fantastic competition motorcycle from nearly 40 years ago. Boy, is that making me feel old. Get it bought and get it ridden.
Bidding's already started online as well, Steve, there. We're straight in at £1,000, £1,200 and £1,400 on the Yamaha YZ125 here. £1,400 starts us off online. 16's bid up top at £1,600. At £1,600. 18's back in is at £1,800. £1,800 now. Take 2,000, two's bid. At £2,000 is the bid now at 2. At 2,000, 2,002, two's back in online. At 2002. At 2,000, 2,200 is the bid now at 2002 with the online bid here at £2,200. Would anyone like to go 2-4? At 2,000, 2,200 is bid. At £2,200, online bid has it at the minute at 2002. Let's say 2-3 if it helps you out. Would you like 100? 2-3's back in. Thank you up top. At 2-3. At 2003. 2-4 if you wish to go again online. 2-4's back in. At £2,000, £2,400, the bid is here online at £2,400. 2-5, thanking you. At 2005. At 2,000, 2,500 is the bid now at 2005. Are we finished and done? Online, would you like to go 2-6? At 2005. Seems little money this at just £2,500. Are we finished and done? At 2,000, 2005. Last chance in fair warning then at £2,500. Got to be fair to the gentleman in the route. 2-6 is back in. 2006. At 2,000, 2,600 is the bid now at 2006. At £2,600, would anyone else like to go to 7? At 2007, thank you again, sir, much appreciated. At £2,700, the bid is yours. At 2,700, online, your turn, coming back in for 2-8. At 2,000, £2,700 is the bid now at 2007. 2-8 if you wish to come back in. At 2,700, are we finished and done here? At 2,000, 2,700 for the first time then at 2,700. Online, we're looking for you now. Would you like to go again? For the second time then, finished and done. Gentleman's bid here at 2,700. Finished and done. Last chance, fair warning, at £2,700. Provisionally with you, sir, 591. Thank you, 591. Provisional bid then at £2,700. Moving down to lot number 49, 1981 Kawasaki. This one is the Z550 LTD. No reserve project there, no reserve project there. Great looking bike, needs some work to do it. Nice little winter project to keep you busy over Christmas and through the new year. Start me off on this one. Anyone got £500 for a project bike? 500 to start me off here. Anyone interested? £500 to start it off today. How about just £100 to get it in the market? Anyone wish to bid? £100, surely. Someone's got to start it off. Thank you, sir. Before you online, too slow. Gentleman's bid. At £100 is the bid now at 100. We'll go 50s. We'll sell it to the nearest £50 note on this one. No lower. At £100, 150. Coming in. I think someone went to bid online then. 150, thank you. At 150's bid. At 152. 200's bid. Keep it in the 50s. Sales to the nearest £50 note today. At £200 is your bid online at the minute. Would anyone like 250? At 200, 200, 200. Are we finished and done? At just £200. Take 50 if you wish to go again. No reserve. Must be sold. At £200 the bid. Finished and done then. At 200, we're going to put the hammer up and we're going to count it down. At 200 the bid then once. 200 the bid then twice. Selling online. This time it's going to go at £200. Sold at 200. 16659. Just had a little update coming across. Lot number 43, the Beamish. Look at this one, Suzuki Beamish, that lovely yellow bike. Sold away at £3,500. Another one over the line for you, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we do here. Lot number 50 is up next. It's the Yamaha VMAX 1200. Yamaha VMAX 1200. Straight in, my commission bid, £1,000, £1,200, £1,400 is the bid. We start here at £1,400, £1,400. At £1,400 is the bid now at 14. At £1,400, £1,400. Would anyone like to come in for 60? At £1,400 is the bid. At £1,400, £1,400. Are we finished and done then? Maiden bids here on the butt with me at £1,400. Take 16 if you wish to go again. Last chance in fair warning this time. At £1,400, £1,400. Once. Twice. Finished and done. £1,400. My commission interest here, £1,400, £1,084, £1,400, provisionally. And then we are going to move down the list. Lot number 51 is this 2015 Harley Davidson. It's the Road King Classic. This one is MOT until September 2026. It's got a 1690cc air-cooled high output twin cam 103 then as well on this one. Fresh, clean MOT, like I just said. Prepared by dealer at 12,550 miles. Comes with 2 keys, owner manual, HPI as well. Lots included in this one. I'm going to start it off with me at just £5,000. £5,000 for a Harley Davidson. At 5,000 is bid. At £5,000 is the bid. Say 5,500 next if you're coming in. At £5,000. At 5,000, 5,000, 5,000 for a Harley Davidson here. 5,500's bid. At 5,500. Gonna have to go 6 back to me at £6,000. At 6,000, 6,000, 6,000. Coming in for 5 again. At £6,000 is the bid now at 6. At 6,000, 6,000, 6,000. Finished and done. We'll take the 250s from now. Quarter bids. Coming in for 6,250. At £6,000 is the bid now at 6. Are we finished and done here? At £6,000. Last chance. Fair warning. At 6,250 is the bid. At 6,250, 6,250. Online sneaking in under the wire at £6,250. The bid is yours at the minute. At 6,250. At £6,250 is the bid. Harley Davidson at 6,250 the bid. With you online bidder at 6,250. Are we finished and done then at £6,250? Your bid online. At 6,250 once. At 6,250 twice. 6,500's back in. Thanking you, sir, at 6,005. Gentleman's bid now at £6,500 here in the room at 6,005. At 6,000, 6,005. At 6,000, 6,005. Are we finished and done? Last chance in fair warning then. At 6,500, we're going to count it down at 6,500, 6,750. 6,750's back in online. At £6,750 is the bid now at 6,750. Would you like to go 7? At 6,750 is the bid. There's a few of you hovering at home. Would you wish to bid again? At £6,750, the bid is here online. Are we finished and done? Last chance in fair warning. At 6,700, 7,000's back in there at £7,000. Thanking you, sir, at £7,000. At 7,000, 7,000, 7,000. It's worth it all day long for this lovely bike. At £7,000, take 250 again. At 7,000, 7,000, 7,000. You're thinking about it now at £7,000. At 7,000, 7,000, 7,000. Online bidder, would you like to go one more? At £7,000 is the bid now at 7,000 once. At 7,000, 7,000, the bid then twice. We submit the bid this time at £7,000. Finished and done, 7,000. Your bid, sir, provisionally at 7,591. Thank you very much. 591, 7,000, provisional. Moving down we go to lot number 52, 1979 Kawasaki. It's the KZ500 custom there. Stunning custom job on this one. Love this one. Gleams away under the light. Magazine featured as well. I'm not surprised. It looks that good indeed. 497cc air-cooled 4-stroke as well. Start me off on this one. Anyone interested today at £2,000 to start? Anyone interested to kick me off here? Magazine included as well, not included, the magazine featured bike, £1,000 to start me off, 1,000, 12, 14's bid. At 1,400, we start here at £1,400. Have a good look, this bike looks great indeed. At £1,400 is the bid now at 14. At 1,400. At 1,400 is the bid now at 14. Would anyone like to go 16? If you're coming in, now's your chance. At £1,400. At 1,400, 16's bid. At £1,600. At 1,600 with the online bid here at 16. 18, 1,800. 2,000 coming back in now for 2. At £1,800 is the bid. At 1,800. Would anyone like to go 2? I tell you what, we're going hundreds. Would you like to come back in for 19? At £1,800. At 1,800, are we finished and done then? At just £1,800. Last chance in fair warning. Would anyone else like to come in for one more? At 1,800, are we finished and done now? At 1,800 once. 19 back in now, 19. Thanking you very much online. Your bid now at £1,900. At 1,900, would anyone else like to go 2? At £1,900 is the bid here. Online bidder has it at the minute. £1,900. Are we finished and done? Last chance in fair warning. This time then it goes. Online at 1,900 once. 1,900 twice. Finished and done. Online bid here at £1,900. That's provisionally in your favour online at 10.56 and £1,900 provisionally with you online bidder. Moving on to lot number 53, this time is the 1980s. It's the DMS Honda XR520 Moto Fox Dickman Specialist Edition. There we go, lovely looking bike. Going to go straight in 5, 5.5, 6, 6,500 pounds. We start at 6,005. At £6,500 is the bid now at 6,005. Take 7 if you're coming in. At 6,000, 6,005. At 6,000, 6,500 is here. 7,000 now, online bid has it. At £7,000 and 5 back to me. At 7,005. At 7,000, 7,500 is the bid now at 7,005. Would anyone like to come in for 8? At 7,005. At 7,000, 7,500 is the bid. Are we finished and done then? Last chance in fair warning this time then on the commission book with me at 7,005. Would you like to go 8? 8 you do. I'm out now at 8,000. We'll go in 2s if it helps anyone out from this point. My interest is out now. £8,000 is online. Online bid has it here at £8,000. At 8,000, 8,000, 8,000. At £8,000 is the bid. Would anyone else like to come in for one more? At £8,000, the bid is here online. Take 2, 1 more if you're going to go again. At 8,000, all finished and done. Last chance, fair warning. We'll submit the bid online this time at 8,000 once, 8,000 twice, 8,200 back in. Thanking you. See you at the top there at 8,002. At £8,200. At 8,2, 8,2, 8,2. At 8,284, would you like to go again now online? At £8,200 is the bid. At 8,000, 8,002, finishing done. We'll submit the bid to the vendor unless you come back in for one more online. It's now or never. At 8,200 once, 8,200 twice, finishing done then. This time, we submit the bid to the vendor at £8,200. That's in your favor, sir. 591. Thank you, 591. 8,200. Moving to lot number 54. Lot number 54 is up next. And it's this lovely 1977. It's the Ossa TR77. These are becoming very rare. Looks great in the green. 250cc, great base for restoration. Part of a small private collection as well, so you know that's been well looked after. Start me off on this one. Who's got £1,000 to start? £1,000 to start me off today. Lovely looking bike here at just £1,000. How about £500 then? 500 to get it going. Five's bid. Thank you, sir. Gentleman's bid on the floor at £500 here. At 500 and 600 is bid now at £600. At 600, 600. At £600, the bid is yours now. At £600 in Gweneed. At 607. Seven's bid now. At £700 here online. At 700, 708. £800 is the bid. At 800, 800, this thing looks absolutely beautiful here at Manor Park. And at £800 seems little money to me. Nine's bid. At 900, 900, 900. Who wants the £1,000? At 900 is the bid now at 9. At 900, 900, 900. Would you like to go again? Are we finished and done? At £900. Make no mistake, if you're coming in now for one more. At 900 once. I'll tell you what, I shouldn't need to. I'll take 50. No need. Thousands bid. We'll go in 50s now, though, as I said it. £1,000 is bid. Who wants the 50? At £1,000. Would anyone like 1,050? At £1,000, the bid is here online. At 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, are we finished and done? And on outright sale, hammers up. We're selling the bike today. At a £1,000, it's in the market. It's gonna go. At £1,000 is bid. At 1,000, 1,000, are we finished and done? Are we sure online? Underbidder. One more might do it. Last chance. Fair warning. I'm going once. I'm going twice. I'm selling this time with the online bidder at £1,000. Sold at £1,000. 16659. Thank you very much. 16659. Sold away at £1,000. Moving down the list we go to lot number 55 in today's sale is the 1998 Yamaha YZF R1, and I absolutely adore the color combination on this one. They look so good in the white and red. You see them quite often in the blue, in the white, but look how beautiful this machine looks there in the white and red then. Start me off, I'm in at 2,224. At £2,400 is the starting bid with me at 2,004. At 2,400 is bid. At 2,004, if you just slow down, just give it a second, it's catching up online a minute. At £2,000. You all right? 2,324. We'll take 2,600 if we can. Just had a bit of a blip online in the system there. The gremlins are there, but they're out now at £2,400. Online, would you like to go 2,600? 2,004 is my bid. At £2,400 is the bid now at 2,004. 2,600 is bid. At 2,006. At 2,600. Welcome back, Devon. You've been a good bidder today. Is your bid at the minute at £2,600? At 2,006 for an R1 as well, ladies and gentlemen. Look at it. At £2,600 is your bid here. At 2,006. 2,800. At 2,008, Devon's back in at £2,800. Might be Devon against Devon, to be honest. At £2,800, the bid is yours now at 2,008. Would you like to go 3? As far as R1s goes, this one looks beautiful. At £2,800, are we finished and done then? I'll take 2,900 if it helps you out. At 2,008, are we finished and done? At £2,800, the bid. Last chance in fair warning this time. I'm going to submit the bid to the vendor, so make no mistake, underbidder. If you're coming back, it's now or never. At 2,800 once. At 2,800 twice. All done and dusted at £2,800. Provisionally with you online at 2008, that's 188,863, 188,63. Provisional bid there at £2,800. Just before I move on to the next one, lot number 48, the Yamaha, the YZ125, the 125cc engine, and it's sold away at £3,000. So we're going to move down the list. Lot number 56 today is this 1938 BSA B21, and over to you, Steve.
Tom, this is my favourite bike of the day because in 1938, if you were a young man with red blood, or indeed a young woman, coursing through your veins, this would have been just the thing for you. A modern motorcycle with an overhead valve in its single-cylinder 250cc engine and 4 speeds in the gearbox. This was high-tech back then. This was a proper weapon out there on the roads of Britain. This one's in very good condition. It's relatively low miles. I think it's done about 15,000 miles, this one. And it's just a great-looking motorcycle. It's so well-detailed, well-finished, well put together. We've got all kinds of history with this bike, and it's got what I reckon is the 1930s equivalent of carbon fibre, because it's lightweight and it's strong. It's got a wicker basket. Who can resist a BSA, a pre-war BSA, with a fully functional wicker basket? Not me.
Yes. Did you bring your packed lunch?
I think I've got a bottle of gin in here. Somebody's nicked it. You can't trust anyone these days, can you?
Right then, there we go, 1938 BSA, and we're straight in at 1,400, but sorry to disappoint you online, I'm in at 1,600 with me. At 1,600, 1,600, 18's back in. I'm going to have to go 2,000. One more, will you, online? 2,000s is my bid. 2,2 if you're back in. At 2,002 you are. Thank you, online. My interest is out now. At 2,200 on this lovely BSA here. At 2,002. Take 2,3 if it helps anyone else out now. At 2,002. At 2,000, 2,200, the bid is yours in Kent at the minute. At 2,002. At 2,000, 2,200 is the bid now at £2,200. Would anyone like 2,3? At 2,002. At 2,000, 2,200 is the bid now at 2,002. Are we finishing done? Online bid has it here. At 2,000, 2,002. At 2,200, take 2,3 if anyone else wishes to come in now. It's your chance if you do. At 2,002, finished and done then. Last chance in fair warning. This time it's online here. At 2,200 once. At 2,000, 2,200 twice. Sure online, done and dusted at £2,200. That's with you online, 5501, 5501, £2,200 provisionally sold your way. Moving down the list, we go to lot number 57's up next then. Lot number 57, 1988 in the year. Suzuki, this one is the Slingshot, the GSXR750J Slingshot. Outstanding example, it says here. I'm having a good look at the pictures. I definitely agree. Outstanding it is indeed. You've got several commission bids there. You're in at £2,000. We'll start with your bid online at £2,000. This one's MOT to July 2026 and showing 25,000 kilometers roughly on the clock there as well. At £2,000, we start online. Say 2,2 if you wish to come in. At £2,000, 2,2's bid. 2,4, 2,4's bid. At 2,004. At £2,000, £2,400 is the bid now at 2,004. Would anyone like to go to 6? At 2,000, 2,004, finished and done here. At 2,000, 2,004, take 2,6 if you wish to go again for one more. At £2,400 is the bid now at 2,4. At 2,006. At 2,000, 2,600 is the bid online at 2,006. 2,8's bid. At 2,008. At 2,000, £2,800 is the bid now at 2,008. Would you like to go 3 underbidder? At £2,800 is the bid now at 2,008. Take 3 if you're coming back in now. At 2,800 are we finished and done? It's your last chance in fair warning this time then at 2,008. Take 2,9 if it helps you out. At £2,800 is the bid. At 2,8 bid. 3 bid. 3,000 now. We'll stay in the 1-0 at £3,000. Sorry about the jump bid there online. At £3,000 is the bid with you. Take 1. At 3,000, 3,000, 3,000. Are we finished and done? You're thinking about it online. Underbidder, would you like to go again? At 3,000, 3,000, 3,000. At £3,000 is the bid here online. At 3,000, 3,000, 3,000. Are we finished and done then? Last chance and fair warning. This time, the bid is here online, so make no mistake. Last chance, fair warning at £3,000. Finished and done then once, twice. Finished and done, £3,000. That's your bid, 1063, 3,000 in your favor there online. We'll see what we can do for you. We'll make that telephone call and we will be in touch shortly. Moving on to lot number 58 of the sale then. 58 in today's sale is the 1976. It's the Honda CB400. It's the Jim Redmond Evocation there. Look at this one there. Lovely, stunning bike it is indeed. I'm straight in. 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, 3,000 we start. At £3,000 at the bid. At 3's the bid now at 3. At 3,000, 3,000, 3,000. Take 2 if you're coming in. At £3,000 is the bid now at 3. At 3,000, 3,000, 3,000. Are we finished and done then at 3? At £3,000. Take 2 if you wish to bid. At £3,000 here. Lovely looking bike at just £3,000. Are you sure and done online? Last chance and fair warning this time then. I will submit the bid, so make no mistake. At 3,000, 3,000, 3,000. Are we finished and done? I'm going to count you down online. At 3,000, 3,200. 3,002's bid. At 3,000, 3,200 is the bid here online at 3,002. Would anyone like to go 3,400? At 3,200, we're bid now at 3,002. Finished and done then, last chance and fair warning this time then. The bid is here online at 3,200 once. At 3,000, 3,200, the bid then twice. Last chance, fair warning then at £3,200. We submit the bid this time with you online at £3,200. 1075, 3,200. That is a provisional bid there online. We'll see what we can do for you. Thanking you. Moving on to lot number 59. Here's another great example of the Harley Davidson, and sadly this one has sold prior to the auction. This one is sold away there. Like we say, anything from the moment your car gets here at Manor Park Classic, it's on sale from the word go, and that is a prime example of what happens when your cars are sold before the auction. Moving on to lot number 60 then. Lot number 60, 1963 Lambretta Li 125 Series 3 this time is. The Series 3 there looks great in the blue and white colour in there. Looking at the pictures, having a good look around. Looks very, very smart indeed. It says here it's done about 153 miles, I believe. One previous owner showing on the V5. It's got a big logbook with it as well. 2 keys, pictured restoration as well. Starting away, I don't know. Who's got just £1,000 to start me off? There's nothing on my book. Someone started off today. Just £1,000, surely. Won't go any lower than that. So if you wish to start it off today, it needs to be £1,000. Thank you online. 1,000, 12. 12's bid. 14, 14, 16. At 1,600 is the bid now at 1,600. The bid is here online. Lambretta there at 16. I'll tell you what, we'll go in hundreds on this one. We haven't got many lots to go. Let's have some fun with it. 17. 17's bid. At 1,700 is your bid online. Would anyone like to go 18? 18 back in. Welcome in Aberdeen. It's with you now at £1,800 is your bid. 18 in 19 bid. Lancashire bidder now at 1,900, 1,900. 2,000 will you? At £1,900 are we finished and done? Would you like to go one more online? At £1,900 is the bid here. At 1,900. At 1,900, 1,900, 2,000 if you wish to go again. Are we finished and done? 2's back in, thanking you. At £2,000, Aberdeen bidder, you're back in now. At 2,000, 2-1 against you. At 2,001. At 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. Take 2-2 if you wish to bid again. At 2,001. At 2,000, 2,100, are we finished and done? At 2,002. At 2,200, lovely Lambretta indeed. Don't miss out now. At £2,200, the bid is here online. At 2,002, good battle this one's been so far. Underbidder, would you like to go again in Lancashire? At 2,002. At 2,000, 2,200 for the first time then. We're going to start counting it down. At 2,002. At 2,200 once. At 2,000, 2,200 twice. Finished and done. Last chance. Fair warning. Online bid here at £2,200. That is just provisionally with you online. 18,802. 18,802. And that was for 2,200 provisional. Moving down the list we go to this time is lot number 61. Lot number 61 is this 1972 Honda CB350F, early 4-cylinder, 4-stroke this one is. Start me off, anyone interested, £1,000 to start away. You're in online at £1,000 there. 1000's bit. 5-speed gearbox, electric start, front disc, rear drum brakes as well. 4-cylinder, keep going online. 1200 is your bid. At £1,200. At 1200 the bid. 1200 is the bid here online at 12. At 1200, I'll tell you what, we're going hundreds. 1300 if you wish to bid again. At £1,200, little money here at just £1,200. We will submit the bid today, so make no mistake when it comes to it. At 1200 is the bid. At 1200, 1200, 1200, are we finished and done? Would anyone like to go 13? 13 you do, thank you. At 1300, 1300. 14's bid. At 1400 now. At 1400, 1400. Would you like to go 15 if you're coming back in? At 1400, 1400. 1972 Honda, look how good it looks. At just £1,400, are you sure and done online? At 1400, 1400. At 1400 is the bid now at 14. Are we finished and done then? Last chance in, fair warning this time at 14 and 15's back in. Thanking you again online. At 1500, 1500. At 1500, 1500. Finished and done. 16's bid, it goes on. At 1600, 1600. At 1600 is the bid now at 16. At 1600, 1600, are we finishing done here? Last chance in, fair warning. You coming back in for one more? 17 you are. At 1717. That was the original bidder, that one. At 1700, they're back in. Thanking you online. It's with you in Lancashire at £1,700. At 1700, 1700, are we finishing done then? Last chance in, fair warning this time. Would anyone else like to go 18 now? At 1700, 1700, finishing done then once. Finishing done then twice. Last chance, fair warning, £1,700 with you online, 1700. Provisionally 9778's way, 9778. That is a provisional bid with you there online at 1700. Next lot, 62, Ducati. It's the 2007 Ducati, it's the 1098R Evocation again. Look at that one. You don't see very many in this color. Look at the white there. Looks absolutely gleaming away with the lovely gold wheels as well. It's done about 8,700 miles, 1,099cc, liquid cooled, 8-valve, 90-degree L twin on it as well. Lots of carbon. Remote brake adjuster, open clutch cover. Look at all the stuff you're getting here. Lovely Ducati it is indeed. Anyone got £5,000 to start me off for a Ducati? £5,000. How about 3 then? 3 to kick it off then. £3,000. Can't really go any lower than that, ladies and gentlemen. Wish to bid, get it going today. Start me off at £3,000. 3,000. Thank you online. At 3,000, let's go 2 if we can. Or 3.5. We'll stay there. See if anyone else is interested. At 3.5, coming in. 3.5 to go again. 3.5's bid. At 3,005, take 4. At 3,000, 3,005 is bid. At 3,500 is the bid. 4's bid. At 4,005. At 4,500 is bid. Are we coming back in for 5 now? At 4,005, 5 you do. At 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. Welcome back, Devon again, you're in. At £5,000. At 5,000, 5,005. At 5,500 is your bid online. At 5,005, going to go 6 next if you will. At 5,005, finished and done here. At £5,500 is the bid with the online bid at the minute of 5,005. At 5,500, 5,500, 5,500. At 5,500, I'll tell you what, we'll go in quarters if we can. We've got the 250 there. Drop the increment for you slightly online. We'll do you a favor. Would you like to come in for the quarter bid? At 5,005. At 5,000, 5,500, are we finished? Are we done? At 5,500, it goes then once. At £5,500, the bid then twice. Last chance. Fair warning, we submit the bid this time to the vendor then at £5,500. That is your bid online at 5,500. It's 11:02 provisionally with you online. Next one we go to lot number 63. Lot number 63, 1968 Suzuki. It's the U50. No reserve bike today then. Totally original 60 scooter it says here. Start me off, no reserve. Where are you up to online? You're in 100. I got several bids on my book. Gonna have to go 200, 300 and £400 with my bid. Take 5 next. Suzuki U50 here at just £400 on the book with me. At 4, 5, gonna have to go 6. At 600 is bid. 7, 700, 800. I'll take 50 to do you a favor, sir. 850? 800's on the book here with me. 850, I'm out, you're in. Thank you very much, sir. At £850 is bid. Would anyone else like to go 9 now? At £850 is the bid now at 850. Are we finishing done? Going to sell front row then. At £850 the bid then once, twice. Finishing done. Last chance and fair warning. If you're coming online, it's now on 9's bid. £900. I heard that, sir. At £900. Last chance and fair warning. We're selling this time online at £900. Once, twice. Finished and done. It sells. Gold online. 168. 16858. Thank you very much. Sold away at £900. And the next one we move to is lot number 64. Lot number 64, 1981, the Yamaha RD400. And it's the last time you'll probably hear from him today. So over to you, Steve.
The legend that is the Yamaha RD400. Twin carburetors, twin cylinders, air-cooled, about 45 brake horsepower. Yes, that's all they had, 45 brake horsepower. But still, back in the day, that was a big deal. And it's still a quick motorcycle. People get all obsessed with like hundreds of horsepower and all this business. 45 horsepower, and this thing went like a rocket. 7-spoke cast wheels. This bike is a project that's kind of, what, 3/4 of the way through the restoration. We've got loads of spares with this one to finish it off. I quite like the bars on this one. They're a bit sort of dropped down, almost like a sort of race bars, more like ace bars. So as we say, a running project that needs finishing off. These bikes, of course, are starting to fetch strong money, but this is perhaps today a way into one of these that's a more affordable way and a very simple project you can finish off on those cold winter nights, Tom.
It's very, very well desired as well, this one, because there's loads of bids online, loads of bids on the book. It's going off. It's in online. I'm going to go with your bid at 2,000. I'm going to go 2.2 with me. 2.4, 2.6, 2.8, 3,000, 3.2, 3.4, 3.6 is where I start on my book at 3,006. Go 3.8 then. At 3,008 with me. At £3,800 with my commission bidder at the minute. At 3,000, 3,800 is straight in the market now. It's going to sell today at 3,008. At £3,000, £3,800 is the bid now at 3,008. No messing around. Lots of commission interest, both online and on my book. At £3,800 is the bid at the minute. At 3,008, I'll tell you what, I'll take 3.9 if it helps. At 3,008. At £3,800 is the bid. Would anyone like to go 3.9? At 3,000, £3,800 is the bid now at 3,008. 3.9 if you're coming in. At £3,800 is the bid now at 3,008. 3.9. 4,000 back to me. At £4,000. Go 1 again if you're coming back in. At £4,000 is the bid now at 4,000. At 4,000, 4,000, 4,000. Are we finished and done here? It's gonna sell today, so make no mistake when it comes to it. At £4,000 is the bid. Take 4-1 if anyone wishes to go again. But at £4,000, the hammer's up this time then. Make no mistake, if you're coming back, it's now or never online. At 4,000 once. At 4,000 twice. All done, all dusted, and selling with my commission bidder then at £4,000. Sold at 4,000. My commission interest, I think that is 631 is the paddle number. 631. £4,000. If you're watching at home, that is yours. Moving to lot number 65, I believe. Lot number 65. This is the 2018. It's the Jawa 350 Classic. No reserve bike here today. You've got nothing online. I've got a few on my book. I'm going to go 3, 4, 5. 600 is my bid. I need to see 700 next. At 600 bid. At 600, 600, 600. Take 7 if you wish to go again. At £600 is the bid now at 6. 700's bid. 800's my bid on the book. Take 9 if you're going again online. It might do it. At £800 is bid. At 800, 800, 800. Are we finishing done at just £800? No reserve, 2018 in the year. Are you sure and done online? At £800. Take 50 if it helps then. Go on. We'll go for the small bites. At £800. 50. You'll be glad to know online. My interest is done. You're in. At £850. We'll take 9 now. At 850's bid with the online bidder. At £850 is the bid now at 850. At 850, 850, 850, all finished, all done. We're going to sell, no reserve, it must be sold at 850 once. 9 bid. 9's back in now. Merseyside bidder sneaking in under the wire here at £900 is your bid. Would you go 50 again? At £900 is the bid now at 900 online. At 900, 900 finished and done. Hammers up this time. At 900 once. At 900 twice, we sell this time, and away it goes online at £900. Sold at 900, 16858, 16858, £900. The last ride home of the day, lot number 66, the Ducati Desmodici, and our example. Sold away provisionally as well before the sale. It did sell from the platinum sale. The bids have only just gone through. That one is now sold as well. What a bike that is, ladies and gentlemen. It's what we do here at Manor Park Classics. We're on sale from the word go. Get your vehicles into us nice and early. We can get them advertised. We can get them pictures. We can get them on social media. And a lot of the time they do sell before the auction goes. And also with the provisional bidding system, as it runs through the sale, lot number 47, the Honda Fireblade, sold away at £4,500 throughout the sale. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for bidding online and in the room. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. We go all over again tomorrow with the cars. I think there's about 120 lots in tomorrow's auction and an absolute unbelievable one-owner collection of pedal cars. Have a good look. They will make some kids very happy at Christmas. They'd probably make myself very happy at Christmas as well, because some of them look absolutely in perfect condition as well. Again, a massive thank you to all of our partners for today. The results for today's sale will be launched by end of play Monday. Dates for 2026 are on our calendar now. We've got our next auction here. We'll just go through the couple of the next ones. So down in Southampton, 24th of January. Obviously, we got the car sale tomorrow. Our next sale up here is the 13th and 14th as well. Look out for those platinum sales as well. They'll be coming. All the dates are on the calendar. It's been an absolute pleasure. And for all of you bike people online, watching around the world, if we don't see you tomorrow, I hope you have a great Christmas and a happy New Year. And we look forward to continuing business with you in 2026. Thank you very much. We've been Manor Park Classics, and see you again.